Hello everyone! Welcome to the first of the new morning streams. I have no idea how it sounds right now, how the stream sounds, and my voice is very strange at the moment in my ears. So, we'll read a little bit, we'll play the game as normal. Again, I don't know if things sound good or not, so... Hey, I Am Thing. Hey, Ravens. What's up? Ravens, big question. How does the game sound? Oh, ad. Okay, cool. Check this out. An ad. When I find Mai in the hallway on the first floor, I hold up the ball announcement I tore off earlier. It looks like some kind of poster. What is it for? It's too close for me to see. It's for our school's annual ball. Ah, the student council's event. It's held around this time every year. It's too close for me to see. Seems that way, yeah. What's the announcement? How does the game sound, I Am Thing? Does it sound good? I'm wearing headphones now. I actually got headphones for my morning stream, so there's no stupid game echo. So I need to know, does the game sound good? Is it echoey at all? Tell me everything, okay? So why'd you bring this here? Mai will be attending. Wow, is that true, Mai? Mai takes a step back and looks at the poster. It sounds good. I hope so. I hope it sounds good. I'm gonna be needing, asking more peoples, of course, when they come in. Amazing! I know. I hope it's amazing. No more echoey voices. No more of that crap. Ah. You're attending, right, Mai? I forced the issue before she has a chance to refuse. Not too much echo, which is good. Should the volume be raised a bit? The game volume? There shouldn't be any echo, to be honest. I forced the the issue before she does the thing or whatever. Then just like during the day, she shows no sign of objecting. That will do for now. All that Mai needs is an opportunity. Everyone will be so surprised to see you there, Mai. What if you came too, Sayuri? Hit Diamond in Fortnite. Ooh, good job. Congratulations, Ravens. Sorry, but Sayuri doesn't own any dresses. The volume's good. Alrighty. Thank you for letting me know. I see. That's too bad. I don't own any either. But I'd really love to see how you look in a dress, Sayuri. No, you don't. Dresses don't look on plain girls like Sayuri. I don't own any either. I'm not sure about that. I think they look better on you than Mai. Well, Sayuri must respectfully disagree. Sayuri is no match for Mai. Oh, how's my voice, by the way? Is my voice, like, normal? For me, it doesn't sound normal. I'm wearing, like, hugely noise-canceling headphones right now. It's like I hear my voice inside my own head, and it's very weird. But Sayuri had no idea that Mai owned any dresses. I don't own any either. What? You have a dress, don't you? I don't. Oh, wow! And you're still going to attend? I didn't say that. You're such a pain. But worry not, I'll figure something out. I interrupt Mai and raise my voice. But I'm just bluffing. There's a problem with my plan after all. How am I going to get my hands on a dress? What's more, the ball will be held on January 20th. Oh, 2 days. The day after tomorrow. Only 2 days left. Yuichi, do you know how you're going to get a dress? No, but I'll figure that out. I knew I'd likely be able to push Mai into participating, but getting my hands on a dress is another matter entirely. You don't own any dresses, Sayuri? Not even one? Maybe the school uniform would suffice. Hey, Minim! Welcome to the stream, how you doing? Minim, I'll ask you too, how is the game volume? Is it good? Is it echoey at all, in the slightest? Sayuri highly doubts that. And how's my voice in comparison, as well? How is everything? I make my way home, thinking non-stop how to get a dress, but in the end I can't come up with a single idea. When I look at the clock, it's already 8 o'clock. I get out of bed, grab my coat from the chair, and leave the room. Today I'd like to spy something girly, even if it's a bit expensive. With that in mind, I set off walking under the cold sky. That said, only thing at this hour is the convenience store. Let me see. Alrighty. I'm gonna change something. Alright. Never mind. Convenience store. Furthermore, the convenience store is not open 24 hours a day, so you can see how quiet the day is at night, the city is at night. Even so, the number of street lights has increased and scenery on the streets at night have changed dramatically. The music's a bit high. Okay. Can you hear my voice good, or no? Can you hear my voice good or no? Keep me updated, alright? Keep me updated. Dramatically. Has the number of stars decreased? Even so, from my point of view, it seems like a sky full of stars to me. In the hallway, I see the same swordsman as always. Swordswoman. Hey, Mai! Your voice I can hear, yes. And, you can hear my voice, and you can hear the game volume, right? Is the volume, like, higher than my voice? She doesn't seem like she's ready for battle yet tonight. She lowers her sword and stares intently at the end of the hallway. As usual, I approach her carrying a convenience store bag. Is it okay right now? Is what okay? If you're fighting while eating like before, you can't really enjoy it, right? I don't know if it's okay. Well, I suppose that makes sense. If you knew that, there'd be no need to stand around here all night. I slowly take out tonight's dinner. 50-50. Is that a good thing or no? I don't know what that means, Minim. Can you tell me if you can hear my voice better than the music? That's my question. Yes or no? Can you hear voice better than music? Cake is on the menu tonight. Cake's on the menu. Looks like hobbits are back on the... I wanted to give you a little taste of what it feels like to go out for tea. Do you dislike cake? I don't dislike it. Yeah, that makes sense. You're a girl and girls like sweets. There's a strawberry shortcake and Mont Blanc. Which would you like? Mont Blanc. That's what I thought. For some reason I had a feeling she would choose chestnuts over strawberries. I take Mont Blanc out of its case, peel off the plastic sheet so it can be eaten by hand and hand it over. My bite's into one end of it. However, its shape makes it difficult to eat without using a fork. The cream that had been used to decorate it gets on the tip of her nose. As loud as your music, you just prefer the music lower than your voice. So, yes then, right? It's a simple yes and no question, my friend. Is this better? Tell me if this was better. Also, sorry, how have you been today? It's good to see you here. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing awesome. You've got cream on your nose, Mai. She doesn't seem to care and just continues eating. Will probably remain there until I take care of it later. I peel off the plastic sheet on the strawberry shortcake and bring it up to me mouth. Mai reaches out at her hand to me. What, do you want the strawberry shortcake too? I'm thirsty. Oh, so you want something? Reading, you can tell. So you want something to drink? Having realized that, I take out the cans of tea that are still in the convenience store bag. Why is it me? 'Cause you're the only one here right now, Minim. I have no one else to ask at the moment. It's only you. You have food? Food! It's hot, so be careful. Maybe if I check OBS. Because OBS, it's saying, it's lower. Hey, Hellfire Skyrim, how you doing? I'll ask you too, how's the game volume and my voice volume? Is it good? Please let me know. I pull on the tab, open it, and hand it to her. I'm hopefully winning in the headphone department. Mai hesitates for a moment, then lets go of her sword to take it. Then the can slips from her fingertips. Clunk, burble, burble, burble. It rolls across the floor, its contents spread out in a rippling shadow. Oh no! Mai reaches out her hand toward me again. Sorry, but that's the only one I had. Hiccup! Hiccup! She starts hiccuping. At the same time, there's an ominous clicking sound. Our bad luck only continues. Mai shoves. You're testing some emulated games to make sure you set up these 4 emulators correctly. Okay. I wish you luck on the emulated games. Make sure they're good ones, too. Hey, Mai, don't overdo it. Hiccup! She hiccups in response and runs off. She rounds the corner and disappears behind the skyway. There's nothing for me to do but wait. Clang. A high-pitched and metallic sound can be heard, and at the same time Mai appears at the end of the hallway, her feet slipping as if she had been blown away. You're sound sensitive? Oh no. Wish you told me that sooner, Minim. Ah. It's fine. Then she turns toward me and starts walking quickly. Is something wrong? Hiccup. She turns in front of me and goes into the bathroom. When she emerges again, she wipes her wet mouth with the back of her hand. Hey, Mai. After glancing at me once, she turns around and runs toward me again. Then she jumps back into the skyway. Clang! This time she appears at the end of the hallway, swinging her sword as she runs past. She shrugs it off, stands up, and slowly walks in my direction. How'd it go? I let it get away. I see. There's something I can't help but say to Mai, who took an unusually long time. I'm in the way, aren't I? I'm in the way, aren't I? It seems like you've been having a harder time since I started bringing you midnight snacks like this. Mai was just now forced to fight while hiccuping because the cakes I bought. Then it got even worse when she had to run away and come back to drink tap water. Perhaps. Let me test something. I'm gonna hear it. I'm gonna hear my own stream real quick. Okay. I can barely hear the music. I'm gonna up the music a bit. My answer's quietly. Then again, I'm looking at my phone, so... Well, when more people come in, I'll ask them, and we'll see. I thought so. Listen from your phone? I did. The music was barely hearable, I think. Mai doesn't know a single thing about restraint, so if she answers in the positive, she definitely means it. I feel discouraged. The very idea of going out while Mai is ridiculous in herself. Mai won't depend on me. She doesn't need me to help drown out her loneliness. Still, I keep thinking that by having me around, she might be able to benefit somehow. If I were to be called a hindrance rather than an addition to her life, there'd be no reason for me to be here. But I don't dislike it. Huh? What did you say? You can bring me food. I don't dislike it at all. Are you sure? She nods deeply. I see. So I can bring it again? She nods. Every day even? She nods. I feel saved by her answers, because I thought that her answer would be the thing that would sever the relationship between me and Mai and me. Mai hasn't rejected me, and I'm extremely happy to find that out. Now I know that I'm still allowed to come here, and now I can continue to wait for the day when I can do something for Mai. I go straight to my room and crawl into bed. The warmth of the blankets slowly envelops my cold body. Happy January 19th, guys! Woo! Even inside the bed, I can feel the biting cold on my skin. On days like this, I don't want to get out of bed. That said, I have to wake up now. The clock is indicating that it's almost time. I muster up my strength and kick off the blankets. It's cold. No matter what, cold is always cold. I quickly change into my uniform and go downstairs. Even though I'm inside the house, I can still feel the frigid cold outside. I would have liked to stay in the warmer house, but that would mean missing out on the joy of my mornings recently. I'll leave the house after telling Naoyuki, who doesn't seem ready to leave yet, that I'm going out first. Even though my face freezes in the chilly air, I rush forward. Then, as expected, I'm able to find their backs without having to go too far. When I trot up to them from behind, I simultaneously slap both of them in the back. Hey, you two! Oh, it's you, Yuichi! Good morning! I've noticed that Ayu and Makoto are missing now. Well, good morning. I see your smile is as nice as always, Sayuri. Yuichi, just a moment. Sayuri stops me in my tracks with her hand. Sayuri leads her small mouth up to my chest as I stop. Can we meet after first period? Oh, sure, I don't see why not. Then Sayuri will go to your classroom to see you then. Okay. After hearing my reply, Sayuri immediately turns around. Sorry, Mai. She quickly runs off. Mai, who had stepped up ahead, is fixing the position of her hair ribbon. When I catch up to her, take this. I mess with her hair for no reason. Hey, if we don't hurry, we'll be late. Before I know it, Sayuri, who had passed us, is calling to us. Well then, yeah. I listen intently to the lesson, though I'm feeling a bit sleepy. Oh! The desk is right in front of my face. I try hard not to lose focus. The chime rings and the first period of class ends. I stand up, leaving my textbooks and notebooks spread out on the desk. I promised Sayuri that we'd meet. As soon as I take a step forward toward the hallway, Yuichi, are you here? A girl's clear words echoes through the quiet classroom. Ack! Sayuri's peeking in through the door from where the teacher had left. She finds me and waves. Who's that? She's friends with Aizawa? A girl as beautiful as her? Hey, Aizawa, wait! As expected, her entrance causes quite the commotion. Hey, explain yourself! Kitagawa grabs my shoulder from behind, but I forcibly shake him off and try to escape the classroom. I go out into the hallway, signal to Sayuri, and run out all the way to the end of the hallway. Huff, huff. You stand out like a sore thumb, Sayuri. Huh? I try to tell Sayuri when she finally catches up to me, but she doesn't seem to understand at all. Well, whatever. So what's this about? A talk? Sayuri has something to talk to you about. I see. So that's what this is about. Yeah, well, it's about the dress. Did you figure something out? Unfortunately not. Well, Sayuri might be able to help you. Oh, how so? Sayuri can arrange it for you. Sayuri knows someone who does that sort of thing. Really? Yes! Could it be that Sayuri comes from a family that's well off? Also, Sayuri is thinking about attending as well. That's great. I'm sure Mai will be thrilled to have you there too. Sayuri wants to participate in events like this as much as possible and make lots of memories. With Mai. Of course. And with you too. Yeah? Sayuri will make all of the arrangements and find you some fancy clothes too. I'm going? Yes, it'll be a nice opportunity to make some memories together. No, I mean, I feel out of place in formal environments. It'll be okay. As long as the three of us are together, Sayuri is sure we'll be able to have fun. Even though we've only known each other for a short time, you treat me like an old friend already. Sayuri is fine with that if you are. Sayuri really likes you and Mai really likes you too. She does? She does. Sayuri's sure of it. And because Mai likes you so much, Sayuri likes you a lot too. You give me more credit than I deserve. That's not true. Really? The rest depends on you. Hydrate. Good idea. Let's hydrate a bit. I feel refueled and refreshed. Let's go. Alright. I can't treat anyone coldly after they say something like that, even if they're only joking. Thank you very much. If anybody should be thankful, it's me. It's okay, just let Sayuri say it. Alright then. Oh, and also, the time for the start of the second period overlaps with Sayuri's voice. Please let Mai think she's wearing a second-hand dress. Why? Sayuri doesn't want her to worry about it. I suppose that saying that would put the other person at ease. Got it. And with it, Sayori and I part ways. Hey, Bonnie! Welcome to the stream. Bonnie, big important question for you. How's the volume of the stream? Is it good? Is volume good and is my voice good? I need to be concerned about Mai? Look, Sayori made a new dress for you too, Mai. Feel free to wear it. It's good to you at least. That's good. Can you hear the music good? You won't believe this, Bonnie. I got headphones. Can you believe that? I actually got headphones. Wow. Look, Sayori has an old dress at home that would be perfect for you, Mai. Feel free to wear it. I think the reaction will be the same either way. While Sayori had known her for a long time, I guess she can read changes in her emotions that I can't. And would I be able to understand everything Mai is thinking if I had Sayori interpret for me? Have something for you that you won't believe? What's that? And yes, thank you for the GGs. I just hope it works. No more echoey. No more of that nonsense anymore. A compliment from a female. Ah, ain't that nice? Now, how do you know she was female? Well, was it in real life female? Or an online female? Because it could be a guy in surprise, in secret, in real life. Okay. Well done. Well, what was the compliment? That means shut up. That means you're dead meat. Wait, it would be unbearable to have such brutal words interpreted for me every single time. I mean, what am I, stupid? I spend the second and third periods taking classes seriously. I'm personally trying my best, but when I see my classmates not even move during class, and I left with the impression that this is all easy for them. You're so cute. Then I was confused and said, what do you mean? I guess that means you're cute, Bonnie. Yay. Is this a good kind of cute? Adorable. Well, I guess you're those two things, Bonnie. That's a win, I guess? Am I really the only one struggling? This world is so unfair. How do you look so refreshed? You look like you're already done with classes for the day. I tried asking Kitagawa during the lunch break. Still don't know how to take the compliments though. Was this an older girl or someone your age? That's because I actually am done with classes for the day. I'll be seeing you. Your age? Good question. Well, just take it in a good way. At least someone took the time to compliment you, right? Kitagawa grabs his bag and leaves. Oh, by the way, he comes back. I'll laugh if you tell me that you've completely forgot that it's a half day of classes today. Bonnie, it is weird wearing headphones, by the way. My voice sounds so strange to me right now. It's so weird. I totally forgot. That's funny. Kitagawa really does laugh heartily as he leaves. You like headphones? I've never worn headphones until now. I never liked them. But it's for the stream. It's to make the streams better. No more stupid echoey dialogue or music or anything like that. I remember now. Classes were held only in the morning as many students are sent out in the afternoon to prepare for tomorrow's ball. Hellfire Skyrim always prefers headphones. Cool. Does your voice sound weird to you too? The echoish music? Is the music echoey-ish now? Right now, Bonnie? I think the teacher talked about this in homeroom yesterday. I was so busy figuring out how to get the dress that it went right over my head. Even after remembering that, I'm not bothered because most of the students means first-year students. Apparently, as a tradition, the first-year students are responsible for preparing the ball. Your dog's getting a haircut. Ah! And a bastard can come into the house. Aww. If you want to show your dog, by the way, in my Discord, under art, you can if you want to. I'm a big sucker for animals, especially dogs. Not echoing. Oh, thank goodness for that. I hope it continues like that. Therefore, the upperclassmen simply feel relieved to have no afternoon classes for no real reason. In addition to that, I received some good news from Sayuri today, so my steps feel even lighter than usual. Even though they don't have classes in the afternoon, I rush over to the two that I have developed a habit of eating with. On the landing of the top floor, Sayuri had already opened her lunchboxes, and Mai is waiting with only your chopsticks in hand. Be happy, Mai. I sit between them and speak to Mai's no mask. I succeeded in getting a dress. You're happy, right? Hip hip hooray! Sayuri and I each hold up one of Mai's arms and cheer. Hooray! Hooray! Without her saying a word, Mai's arms move up and down rapidly. Hooray! There's something kind of peaceful about it. Sayuri and I will be attending too. You might have been hoping to get out of it, but that's not gonna happen. Decided this without consulting you, but that's okay with you, right, Mai? She nods. That's great. Let's make some memories, Mai. Sayuri had been smiling the whole time, and it seems like she's already thinking about tomorrow night. Headphones are better than neck phones. Those are the headphones you plug into your neck, right? Into your neck slot. That's what those are, right? After saying goodbye to Mai and Sayuri, I head home under a sun that's still high. By now, the juniors, who I don't even know, are probably busy preparing the stage for us seniors. I heard that the venue will be in the gymnasium, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it will turn out. When I get home, I finally clean my room, which had become messy due to the increased amount of things. I spend the time until dinner reading half a finished book that I found under my bed while I was tidying up. Akiko's cooking is as delicious as always. You're gonna lurk? Alrighty. Lurk well, and lurk goodly. Nayuki smiles as if to say that I don't need to eat in such a hurry. Your gaming time. Oh, bye, Minim. Good luck with Fae Farm. Kick butt in it. Destroy everything. No one will take it from me. Do I really look like I'm devouring it that greedily? Suppose I do. After finishing dinner, I find myself drawn to the TV that's on in the living room and watch it to settle down. Even at 8 o'clock, the incident in the drama is still unresolved. That's why I realized it's a 2-hour special. There's an entire hour left. I'm going out. I shrug my shoulders and stand up. Ah! The one who speaks up in the surprise is Nayuki, who has been watching it with me. Have a super stream? Thank you. It's the start of a new era, Minim. A new era for the morning streams. And hey, Krusty, welcome to the stream. What's up? I'm doing good. I'll ask you too, Krusty, how's the game volume right now? Is it good? Is it the good? And not too loud? You know it's only half over, right? Oh no, I forgot my neck guard and neck phones. Oh no, the bets, they are stealing my blood. Thank you, Hellfire Skyrim. Gosh, you're weird. I mean, you're silly. Seems good to you? Awesome. I got headphones, Krusty. I'm actually playing a stream with headphones now. Wow. But yeah, how are you? Yeah. If I had known it was 2 hours long, I wouldn't have watched it in the first place. Is there anything that can be gained from watching only the first half of a drama that is just about to get interesting? It's just about to get good, though. I already know who the culprit is. Well, that's amazing. It appears that I'm getting better at putting up a false front. But my mood improves the second I go outside. What brand? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. I'm sure people watching this on YouTube will appreciate this. Let me go on my Amazon account and I'll look it up super quick. I got a HyperX Cloud 3 wired gaming headset. Yep, that's what I got. There's no real need to watch dramas because I'm stepping into a world that's completely unreal. I quickly head to the nighttime school building. Hey, Mai! Sounds awesome. It is. At least I hope it's awesome. Feels good. It's time for your late night snack. I might have been a little excited now that I know Mai doesn't think of me as a nuisance, and that's why I bought what I did. Look, tonight's special is natto and rice. I bought the rice at the convenience store. Just stir up some natto and put it on top. Looks delicious, right? Mai nods. Thinking about it more carefully, I realize that this isn't something that's easy to eat. Never played with headphones. Is it a lot better in your opinion? It's very weird. My voice is very strange right now. It's like noise-canceling headphones. I can't hear the outside world right now. Only the game and my voice at the moment. And, it'll make the stream better. No more echoey music or voices or anything. So thank goodness for that. But because I'm in a festive mood, I chose based on what I know of Mai's tastes. Last time when we had sushi rolls, you chose natto, right? That's why I figured you like it. I really don't dislike it. I thought so. Well, then I'll make it for you. Hold on. Open the package of natto, add the mustard and sauce that came with it, and stir it with the disposable chopsticks until it forms. Use 4 packs in all and pour it on top of the rice. Voila! All done. Then white steam rising from the rice and the golden soybeans combine to create an exquisite beauty. Mai takes it with one hand and moves her mouth closer and then farther away, wondering how she's going to eat it. You just have to put down your sword, just like before. Mai leads her sword to her side, just like she did when she ate the beef bowl. When she accepts the chopsticks I hand to her, she finally starts poking at the natto rice. But is that what it's aiming for? The moment Mai lets go of her sword, there's the same crackling sound I've heard many times before. Mai sticks her chopsticks into the natto rice and tries to switch back to her sword. Clang! Her hands grab at nothing. The sword makes a loud metallic sound and then rolls unnaturally down the hallway. I'm stunned, not knowing what to do. A presence approaches. Mai readies herself. With the disposable chopsticks covered in stretchable natto strings. Does she really mean to use those to fight back? Crack! The air explodes. Mai parries the attack with 2 disposable chopsticks and rolls to the floor of the hallway herself. Distance between her and the sword increases. Furthermore, it continues to attack again and again. Mai is forced to slowly retreat. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. The sword and Mai are separated by the presence between them. The presence is Yamam. Oh my gosh. There's gonna be a new, Yamam jar in this channel, Hellfire Skyrim. One quarter for each Yamam joke. Ha 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 ha. That'll show ya. I'm in the direction that the sword is rolling toward. Isn't there something I can do? I'm gonna pick up the sword. This could be dumb, but let's do it. I toss the natto rice aside and run. It's a completely different way of running than usual. As if tripping ungainly, I reach for the sword and pick it up. When I do, my body floats. Thought I might have been going too fast, but it wasn't that. There's no way that I'd fall more than 10 meters from where I... And with that momentum, it's the power emanating from that presence. Still, I don't hit the wall, so the damage is minimal. When I stop spinning and I can once again tell which is heaven and which is earth, I brace myself with my hands and support my weight with your 2 legs. 1,000,000 points. You have too many points, Hellfire Skyrim. This is redonkulous. Gonna listen to the stream and play. Awesome! Sounds good, Minim. Listen well at the epic story that this is. At the, monster attacking me. At the your mum monster, as Hellfire Skyrim says. Yeah, give Krusty some points. No, points have to be earned. Ha 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 ha. My feet slide back, but it doesn't matter. Maya's running toward me, pointing her finger at the ceiling as she does. I understand the meaning of it immediately. She wants me to throw the sword at it. I look at the ceiling above me. I'll try this one. I swing my arm around. The sword roars like a boomerang as it heads toward the ceiling. Thunk! Sticks into the ceiling and there's immediately a hand there to pull it out. It's Mai's. Whoosh! As soon as she lands on the ground, the blade swings down vertically. Your point horde. Clang! She twists her hands and swings horizontally at this time. Slash! And she pulls it behind her shoulder and thrusts forward with all her might. Whoosh! But she fails to make contact. Did you let it get away again? Yes, but I was able to do some damage. Gotta share with the classroom. I don't think he can. No one can share their points, which stinks. I see. Not that I really know if that's a big deal or not. But we made a great team just now. I'm a little excited, but my assistance actually paid off. I feel like I just got a little closer to Mai, who's always seemed so distant at night. And when I see Mai's happy face, I can hardly believe my eyes. Mai is shining brightly, as if a veil of light has been placed over her head. It's kind of mystical and reminds me of the first time I met Mai. That's right, back then too I was surrounded by the scent of another world. But this other world smells like home. I bring my face closer to Mai's head. The smell. Ack, you're covered in natto strings. The natto threads sparkle in the moonlight from the window. It's because I was fighting with chopsticks with natto on them. Oh man, your uniform, what are we going to do? I wipe Mai's head off with my sleeve. What is that emote? That's terrifying. Now we will both smell like natto. It's okay, these are my normal clothes. That's your uniform, isn't it? I don't really mind either. It's because you say things like that you aren't popular. You really should be a little more careful about your personal appearance. She remains as stoic as always. A Minecraft dog in lava. That's terrible. That poor doggy. Just when I thought I was immersed in a fantasy world, this happens. I almost fell in love with Mai, in spite of her being covered in natto. Look, there's nothing more I can do. No matter how much I wipe off, I can't get rid of the smell. I don't mind. You should mind. I hug Mai and press my face against her shoulder. It smells like Mai. She always smells like freshly washed laundry. Well, suppose you're okay. Let go of her. Yep. After saying that, she turns around and heads back to where I was. Then she picks up the natto rice that had been placed there, and without hesitation begins stirring it with her chopsticks. Yeah, exactly. What's the deal, huh? If it shows up again, she'll probably end up covered in natto all over again. It's that I decided to never buy natto for us again. I leave the school and head home. I hurry along the deserted road as it's always quite late. As soon as I get home, I jump into the bath to warm my cold body. Feeling exhausted from everything, I dry my hair, quickly return to my bed, and close my eyes. January 20th, day of the ball. I wake up easily. Of course, it's easier to wake up on the day of an event, but then again, it's not as simple as that. I think my sleep was just somewhat shallow from how excited I was. This is a lot like when I was a kid. I finish breakfast and look at the mirror. I'm still excited that Nayuki seems suspicious of my attitude, so I calm down and decide to mess around with my hair. It's the day of the ball, and I want to present myself well. Whenever you do something out of the ordinary, it normally doesn't turn out as well as you'd like. So after repeated trial and error, I decided to proceed as usual. As I'm leaving, Nayuki shoots me another suspicious look, but I simply ignore it. Hey, you two! We exchange our customary morning greetings. Good morning! Oh, it's you, Yuichi. Good morning. I'm so glad it's sunny today. But rain really wouldn't affect the ball at all. That's true enough. I turn my attention to Mai, who is as silent as always. Hey Mai, you're gonna wear a dress, huh? I can't wait to see you in it. It's going to look great on you. Sayuri's looking forward to seeing it too. I'll be your escort, so dance with me first. But what kind of dancing do they do at the ball? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Did you go out of your way to make yourself more attractive today? I grab a lock of Mai's hair from behind and smell it. It smells like soap without any frills. Is this the same as usual? You know, it wouldn't hurt to spice things up every now and then. The two of you look like a couple. Pow. Huh? Well, Sayuri and I are both at a loss for words at the same time. But because Mai bopped Sayuri on the head with her hand. Mai retaliated. As expected, Sayuri can't hide her surprise, even though she's laughing. Mai turns her back to her and walks briskly as if nothing happened. That was a surprise. It sure was. We hurry after her, not wanting to be late. Okay, see you at lunch. Yeah. I don't listen to the lecture at all. The teacher's explanations go right over my head, with the evening ball being the only thing I can think about. Lunch break. After purchasing bread and drinks at the school cafeteria on the first floor, I head back up the stairs to the top floor. Honey, I'm home. I make a joke as I appear on the landing. Do you want to take a bath, or would you rather eat? Sayuri follows my lead. Eat. Here you go, then. Nuh-uh, you're the one I'm gonna eat. Eek! Hey, you shouldn't take such a corny joke so seriously. That was fun. Oh, is that it then? Well, we have to hurry up and eat before the lunch break is over. Okay, I'll eat it. I'll eat all right. I'll eat you up, Sayuri. Eek! I see you played this game. What is it? What's it about, by the way? Dude moves to a town he hasn't been to in 7 years. His memories of it are kind of gone, and he meets a bunch of strange girls, including one with a backpack with angel wings on it. And this one. The dog threw itself in lava, as they tend to do. Sheesh. You should try it, by the way, Krusty, or watch the anime version. It's good. I told you not to take my corny jokes so seriously. What do you expect me to do then? Make a comeback like the one this morning? Hey, Angel Love! What's up? How you doing? Good to see ya. Angel Love, I'll ask you too, is the volume good for the game? Is volume good? Let's go. Yuichi, you want to take a bath, or would you rather eat? I think it's time to eat. Pow. My attack's my face. I wasn't making a joke. That was interesting, Mai. As if her role is over, she calmly begins to peck away at her lunchbox. Let's stop being stupid and eat. With a thud, I sit down and put a bread I'm carrying onto the mat. No context, just spaghetti. Well, it is lunchtime right now, Hellfire Skyrim. Time for lunch and spaghetti. That's your meal. You think it's good? Oh, good. I got headphones, Angel Love. I have headphones now. Isn't that crazy? After 2 more hours of class, it's finally going to happen. The school ball. I answer while biting into the bread with potato salad in it. But I see the lunchbox that Sayuri recommended also contains potato salad, making me feel a little unlucky. As Sayuri is looking forward to it, Yuichi. You have ramen to make? Ramen! I love ramen. I know, I got headphones. Isn't that crazy? After nearly 7 years of, 7 years of not having headphones. Wow. Yeah, me too. You're looking forward to it too, aren't you, Mai? Oh, if Mai just gives her the cold shoulder, I feel a little rattled. It wasn't Mai's idea to participate in this ball. Therefore, there's no way Mai would nod voluntarily. On the other hand, if Mai remains silent without a reaction, it'll go a long way in dampening Sayuri's excitement. Angel Love has coffee. Ooh, nice. You'll be awake now, right? Give some to Mafia, babe. She's always, seems to be asleep at this time. Gotta wake her up. Isn't it like 12 where everyone is now? Oversleeping sucks. Did you know that? I don't like oversleeping. I quickly make a move for the lunchbox containing side dishes that's situated next to Mai's lap. She nods. She nods so vigorously that it looks like she could snap her own neck. It's yummy. Coffee doesn't work for her. Aw, really? To be fair, it doesn't work for me either. I don't like coffee. I know, I'm a weirdo. I'm a big weirdo person. She's just following the side dish with her eyes. I've never seen Mai so positive about a school event. Sayuri takes it to heart and responds happily. Feel a little guilty, but remind myself that it's all for Mai. She goes to sleep when she drinks coffee. Strange. It's like an opposite effect. I decide to simply accept the fact that behind the scenes, work like this will be inevitable. Is this all thanks to Yuichi? I move the lunchbox up and down again. Nod, nod. She vigorously nods. Come to think of it, probably didn't need to force her to nod for that question. Well, I've gone this far, so whatever. Do you have a thing for Yuichi, Mai? I move the lunchbox again. Wait, what did she just ask just now? Nod, nod. She vigorously nods. Say what? You nodded! Mai, you nodded! You have a thing for Yuichi! Hold on, Sayuri. I want to ask too. Mai, you don't actually have a thing for me, do you? Panicked, I asked Mai the question. At the same time, with my right hand, I move the lunchbox so that Mai would shake her head. But she doesn't move her head at all. Hey Mai, why aren't you responding? Mai doesn't look at the lunchbox, she just looks at my face. Because I don't dislike you. Same, that's why you drink enough caffeinated drinks to kill a horse. Oh my gosh. That's scary. How many exactly do you drink a day? It's all over now. There's nothing more I can do to clear up the misunderstanding. Hey, Mafia! Welcome to the stream. What's up? We weren't talking about you, don't worry. I'll ask you as well, Mafia. Is the game volume good right now? And my voice and stuff? Do you hear anything different at all? Sayuri, being the girl that she is, seems to be pleased with the fact that we're having fun with this. Should we meet again in our landing after school? 12 12-ounce cans. Haha, you crazy, Hellfire Skyrim. Sounds good. Awesome. I got headphones, Mafia. I actually have headphones on now. No more echoey music or voices or anything. At least I hope so. I asked just as we were about to part ways. Sayuri will go and get you at your classroom. Huh? I'm a little confused as I remember what Sayuri called out to me yesterday. It's tough coming all the way up here. Agree, refuse. It may be tough, but I like coming up here. Oh yeah? Sounds good then. In the end, I answer in the affirmative, thinking that refusing would make her feel bad. All I have to do is leave the classroom early and wait in the hallway. Okay, see you after school then. Yeah. Later, Mai. Oh hey, how long have you been holding those chopsticks? Oops. Oh, Sayuri was wondering where those went. Echo these nuts. Hellfire Skyrim. Oh my god! The bell rings. Uh-oh, we're gonna be late for afternoon classes. See you later. Yes, after school. Sayuri will go to your classroom. Let's hurry, Mai. The chopsticks. We part ways. Got any big plans today, Mafia? Anything awesome going on this Sunday? If anyone sees Sayuri come get me again, there's bound to be a big misunderstanding. Start packing my textbooks into my bag 3 minutes before school is over so that I can leave the classroom as soon as the last class ends. Just chillin'. Nice. I'm going to a ball, by the way, Mafia. In the game, not in real life, in the game. The bell rings. I grab my bag to begin to stand up, but it turns that class isn't over yet. The teacher is still writing on the blackboard and everyone is copying his notes into their notebooks. Suri and Mai will probably be here soon. I know, we're going to a ball. It's gonna be great, maybe? After about 5 minutes, the class finally ends. The second it does, I shoot up and make a mad dash for the door. As I put my hand on the sliding door, a voice calls out to me. Aizawa, you're cleaning the classroom today. Where are you going? It's Kitagawa. The restroom. With your bag? I always have my bag with me. That's kinda weird. I look at him and beg for forgiveness, but Kitagawa doesn't let me off the hook. Here. I'm handing him up. Fine. All I have to do is end it quickly. Besides, Sayuri and Mai may also be on cleaning duty. I snatch up the mop floor from Kitagawa's hand in place of the bag set on the desk and start cleaning. Yes, that's better. Hey, Mafia. In Japanese schools, the students clean the classroom. Would you attend a school like that in Japan? Or anyone in chat? I clean the floor while passing through the students, sluggishly getting ready to go home. Thump. I'll bump into something hard. Eek! Oh, Nayuki. Why are you cleaning so quickly? Maybe. Maybe you would. Maybe? There's something on TV I want to see. Really? Really? So who is it? Who is that then? Huh? When I turn around, Sayuri is standing right in front of me, holding a mop. Oh, Sayuri. We're here to help too. She speaks with a huge smile on her face. Ugh, I see. This is about the worst thing that could possibly happen. Isn't it normal to clean the classroom? It's normal for, like, the janitors to clean classrooms in American schools. In Japan, though, the students clean the classrooms. Like, right after school. I was naive. Sayuri isn't the kind of person who will just wait patiently in the hallway, like it's someone else's business. Sayuri, it's okay to just wait in the hallway. Is she a third-year student? Out of curiosity, or rather, since an unknown upperclassman has started cleaning her own class, Yuki couldn't help but ask. Yes, my name is Sayuri Karada. Please allow Sayuri to help you with cleaning today. Is this your friend, Yuichi? Yeah, a friend. She remains expressionless, and I'm unsure if she's convinced or if she has some doubts. Looks like you're standing out a bit. Huh? When I look around, I notice that all the students who are still in the classroom are staring at me. Ah! Elsewhere, cheers are heard. What is it? Yes, placing my head on my shoulders of the girl next to me. A girl I don't know used a broom to toss a centipede that was crawling under the blackboard out the window. It was exhilarating. Oh, that'd be my... It's so weird to hear my voice right now, guys, with these headphones on. It's so strange. Yep, the janitor. Yep, that's how schools are in Japan. It's kinda cool. It goes without saying, is there any woman other than her who can do that? As expected, when I cut into the crowd, I see Mai, still holding her broom aloft. Don't stand out more than necessary in other people's classrooms. But everyone was scared. I can't help but sigh as the situation turns out to be worse than even my most unfounded fears. What a fun and lively cleaning experience. I'm so tired. I don't think I'll have her come get me again. It was fun, so Sayuri will come get you again. Only if the chance presents itself. Sayuri can just pick you up every day during your lunch break. No need. Are you sure? Very sure. Mai got rid of the centipede and became quite the popular girl. What a shame. Sayuri seems too reluctant to leave anything behind, so I shift the topic to what's at hand. By the way, how are we doing for time? The doors open at 5 o'clock, so there's still plenty of time. What about the dresses? They've been taken to the changing rooms on the venue, so we'll be okay. You've always got everything in order, Sayuri. Although she can be a bit arrogant at times, Sayuri is still a very good person. By the way, what does Mai's dress look like? Normal. There's no point here unless it's outrageous. Why don't you put miniature light bulbs all over your body? You're yapping too much? Nonsense. You're yapping just the right amount, my friend. No way! Appearing from the ceiling on a rope, I think that's the way Mai operates. That sounds like something a man would do. I guess I'll just have to do it instead then. Good idea. Just like in the movies, they will appear dashingly from the skylight and steal Mai away. If that's the case, you won't be able to participate in the actual event. That's true enough. After we part ways at the shoe rack, we meet up again when we leave through the school entrance. Are you going to be there until the end, Sayuri? Yeah, Sayuri already told her parents she'd be out until late. Sayuri can stay until the ball ends at 8. Okay, I'll make sure you get home, okay? Yes, let's go home together. Sayuri jumps up a little as if to walk on ahead. I see, it's happening until 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is the time when Mai and I always meet up at the school building at night. Hey Mai, are you staying until the end too? She nods. That's great. Oh, and also, I come up next to Mai and bring my mouth close to her ear. Whatever happens, don't draw that thing. Hey Cho, is this Fortnite? I don't think so. I mean, maybe the skin is in Fortnite, but I don't think this is Fortnite. Maybe. How you doing today though, Joe? Good to see ya. It's okay. I don't use it in public. I also whispered, perhaps out of concern for Sayuri. I'm doing good. I have headphones now, so morning streams are different forever now. Alright, let's have fun. I feel relieved. We go this way. We part ways in front of the gymnasium where the ball is being held. Is this the usual gymnasium? Ooh. Here's the ball, guys. We're here. I can't believe my eyes. That was the idea from the beginning, but I didn't expect it to be done so perfectly. The level of commitment on the part of the organizer is evident. Even the floor is carpeted all over. Tables covered with pure white cloth are lined up and people are walking between them. It's hard to imagine that this was all done by students. It's Fork and Knife Adventures, a Kanon event for Ultima. Yeah, and you're gonna be joining me for my next Fork and Knife Stream Hellfire Skyrim. That'll show ya. Everyone is dressed in fine attire and losing track of time as they chat. I feel so out of place. I mean, seriously. I mean, look at this weirdo here. Ugh, what kind of pose is that? It's clearly a group of people with different upbringings than my own. There are many faces I don't know. Maybe they're in a special advanced class, or maybe they're in a completely different department. Don't you think it takes more courage to buy an erotic book from a vending machine than from a store? If you tried to talk about something like that, you'd likely be kicked out immediately. My throat feels dry from my impatience, so I pick up an empty glass. Here. Oh, sorry. A girl I don't know pours from a bottle. I take a sip to clear my throat. Oh, this is delicious. The girl doesn't seem to be going anywhere, so I try talking to her. Aren't you here with anyone? Yeah, with you, Yuichi. Whoa, look at my dress, guys. Wow. Huh? Look at the girl's face. Is that you, Sayuri? Pow. She hits my face. Look at that loser Ultima in the corner with his headphones at the ball. Yep, that would be me, alright. Right here, probably, at the door. No, I'd be at the food. I'd be trying all the foodses. She hits my face. I'm just kidding. But I seriously wasn't sure at first. It looked like a respectable young lady. Respectable young lady. That dress looks great on you. Wouldn't you be more comfortable talking with them rather than with a rough and tumble jerk like me? I point with my chin at the people who are standing and talking in front of me. No, Yuichi? I don't want to leave you my side. I don't want you to leave my side. Why not? I feel out of place here, and you promised. You promised me the first dance. I see. I did promise you that. Did I remember what I said jokingly? That makes me kind of happy. What about Sayuri? She's talking to another friend. Oh, she is? She'll be by later. Sayuri is really a lady, after all. I can't believe she has friends in a place like this. How are we supposed to dance here? I don't know. When it comes to dancing, the monkey dance is about all I can do. The monkey dance? Mai turns her attention to me. Yes, it's the monkey dance. It goes like this. I go behind her and grab both her arms. I then raise them vertically in turns. Lower your hips a bit more. That's it. Flip, flip, flip. Huh? Before I know it, everyone's eyes are looking at us with disdain. I think we should stop this monkey business, Mai. It appears that the monkey dance is not appropriate for such a formal setting. I see. Alright, if you all attended a ball, would you do the monkey dance? Whatever that dance is. Do the monkey with me. Want to eat something, Mai? They have sausages. Do you like sausages? I don't dislike them. Everyone seemed to be going around the venue and chatting like this for a while, so we follow suit. Do the Macarena. If everyone else do it, I'll do it. And classical gas. Okay, that one I don't know, actually. What's that one? Everyone seems to be going around the venue and chatting like this for a while, so we follow suit. Although most people come to us and chat. Oh, here's a face I've never seen before. Did you attend the ball last year? No, this is my first time. It is your first time too? You're not telling? Oh boy. Alright then, keep your secrets. You really seem to be enjoying your food. Please excuse me. Her expression changes and she leaves. Hey Mai, you upset that girl just now. You kept silent even though she was trying to talk to you. Mai stabs the remaining sausage with her fork and begins to eat it in chunks. Hey Mai, are you listening? Ugh, well, whatever. It's not like I've got any right to judge. Yuichi. What? This sausage is good. Sure looks that way. Yep. Even if we don't fit in with those around us, everything is fine as long as we have fun. That's how I feel when I look at her being the same as ever. Wanna dance, Mai? Forget how formal everything is. I don't care what everyone thinks. The elegant sounds of stringed instruments fills the air. Let's go. Taking Mai's hand, I walk toward the center, where everyone is gathered. Feel everyone's eyes on us. I have no idea what rumors are spread about Mai, but one look at her and you'd understand how stupid and scandalous they all are. Clap, clap, clap. When we came back to take a breather, we are greeted with applause. Sayuri! Well done! You two were great out there! I kept bumping into people around me. I probably was a nuisance. Not at all. You just looked like you were having fun. Well, I was. But that's Mai for you. Even after a 30-second spin, she's not out of breath. You like the jive dance for the galas you went to? The jive dance? How do you do that dance? I wish I could say the same for me. So you're not up for dancing with Sayuri next? Don't worry about me. I'll dance until I drop. Dance into the break of dawn. Get up. Nah, haha, that's okay. Let's go. Okay, we won't be long, Mai. After a while, the number of people inviting Mai and Sayuri to dance starts to increase. Well, of course it does. While I can't say much about Mai, Sayuri has a certain allure to her. It'll be tough for any guy to witness her and just pass by without having a word with her. What's the one dance where they toss a rose around? I don't know that one either. I don't know any rose dances. How about a dance, Sayuri? Sorry, but Sayuri's taking a break. Really? Sorry to hear it. Having been rejected, the guy leaves. When I turn around, I see that Mai is also being asked to dance by another guy. But as expected, she ignores him and goes about her business. The least she could do is listen to me. He disappears into the crowd with a stunned look on his face. What a shame. He was a good-looking guy. Even as a guy, I'll admit that. I don't want to dance with other guys. Really? Sorry to hear that. Mai, Yuichi? Sayuri is standing in front of us. You don't have to return those clothes today. Well, it's not like it'd be a problem. Don't worry about it. They're old anyway. And with that, she laughs as always. I grab the collar of my new-smelling jacket and hold it to my nose. No, this isn't something that her parents bought for her. Mafia, would you ever attend a ball this glitzy? Or Angel Love? Or anyone in chat? I'd give it a shot, why not? It's something that Sayuri wanted to be memorable. It's wild and fun, sometimes the girl gets lifted. Interesting. Interesting. A memory that she, Mai, and I could all share. I don't know how I know that, but I just do. Sayuri is going to step out for a bit. Sayuri disappears into the crowd. Mai and I, who remain, listen intently to the waltz that's playing for a while. Yuichi. Thanks. Where did that come from? I just felt like saying it. Why not visit a ball, especially if they have the hoops? Not that kind of ball. OMG. It's from the 60s. Cool. That's old. I'll take the ball and have a ball. Yes, yes you would. I'm glad I attended. Even more so after receiving Mai's thanks. Although I attended in order to get rid of the scandal surrounding Mai, I feel like I gained something beyond that goal. The two of us remain silent as we take in the atmosphere of the ball. I can't help but wonder if we look normal while doing so. Our relationship has changed and now we are just like everyone else. Well, Mai is still a cute girl. It's just a cute girl. Everyone, especially when she's all dressed up. But what about me? Wonder where Sayuri went. I asked the question, embarrassed by what I'm thinking. The restroom. I shouldn't have asked. Shatter. The sound of glass breaking. Mai turns toward it. Something wrong? It's coming. What? What is? I'm able to read Mai's tense expression. No way. She nods. I have no idea. I had no idea they could appear anywhere at night. I didn't know either. So what are we going to do? Here of all places. I know. Change locations. Look for Sayuri. Sayuri! Where are you? We have to find Sayuri. Which way to the restroom? No, we should probably avoid meeting Sayuri. Why? The monster will follow you. Crash! The window on the second floor is broken into pieces. Everyone looks up, they can't see anything. But Mai and I know that something's up there. Anyway, we should go. We hurry to the exit. Just before the emergency exit, I hear a dull hitting sound and stop in my tracks. Something big is flying in the air above me. When it hits the floor and rolls, I realize it's a person. I can see her face through disheveled hair. Sayuri! Hey, Mai. Mai stands there, her little mouth hanging open. Mai, it's okay, just calm down. I'll take care of Sayuri, so just stay where you are. Uh-oh. But it's no use. My attempt to stop her goes unheeded. Mai disappears from the gym. I hear a click and turn to see Mai reappearing through the emergency exit. She is still wearing the same dress, but there's one crucial difference from when she left. She's carrying the blade, a blade in her hand. Mai, stop! But she's not listening. Swoosh! The blade is swung. A table is torn in half, and fragments of glasses and plates are scattered in all directions. There are mixed screams. People are panicking. Mai simply continues to lay waste. She doesn't stop until she's cut through every inch of space. I'm looking directly at Mai while holding Sayuri, who has finally started breathing normally again. Hey Mai, what are you doing here? Is there any way to treat the dress that Sayuri prepared for you? I thought you wouldn't do this in public. The people who had been quiet start to stir. This is a serious problem. You won't get away with this. A loud voice rings out. After that, the party disperses, leaving a somber atmosphere. Fortunately, Sayuri's injuries are less serious than they appeared. We get the school nurse to open up and provide care. We're reassured that she won't need any further treatment. After saying goodbye to Sayuri, who kept smiling and saying it's okay, and Mai, who remained silent the whole time, I make my way home. I leave without ever figuring out what to say to Mai. That went pretty well, guys. I'd say that was a very successful ball. The next day, Sayuri is absent from school. Maybe she needs to rest. But I think her family is probably worried about her health and forced her to take today off. Sayuri's the type who'd try to get to school even if it meant crawling on all fours. And that's because this would be the last day that Mai would ever be seen in her school uniform. The merciless decision had been made by the school. Knowing her, she'll probably leave the school and never look back. I have no intention of stopping her now. So that'll be it then. Mai will disappear from this school. We'll say farewell and that'll be it. The chimes sound as the end of the day. I'll leave the classroom and see her here for the last time. Would you dance jive? If someone would join me, yes. If someone joins me to dance jive, yes, I would give it a shot. That makes me think of Persona. Persona! There's one thing I needed to confirm before I say my final goodbyes to her. How I ultimately felt about her. I felt nothing. Did I like her? If so, how can I let her be treated like this? I see her from behind among the other students scurrying out of the building. Mai! I call out to her. Are you leaving? Well, I'm not a student at this school anymore. I know that, but I thought it'd be nice if we could talk a little. Just a little. So, hey Mai. I'm shocked to the core. I feel like such an idiot. It's just like Sayuri always said, you're a really good person. At first, I thought you were kind of unfriendly. The reason I first became interested in you is because of the monsters. You piqued my curiosity. I mean, a girl who hunts monsters? How cool is that? That alone was enough motivation to get to know you better. But Sayuri was right about you. I totally understand why she's stuck with you as long as she has. You're a really good person. Hey Zero! How you doing today? Quest Dragon 3. That's what this game is. This is the DLC they added recently. How's that for crazy? How you doing today though? It's good to see ya. You do stuff like feed a stray dog and a lunchbox. And put up with false accusations without saying anything. Girls can hunt monsters? Yes, they can. I mean, you saw my own female characters fighting dragons and stuff. As unfriendly as you are, you're not half bad. It's not every day you meet someone like you. So I'm of the same opinion as Sayuri. I want to spend time with you, even if only a little. I start doing some trial and error to see if there was a way for everyone to see your good points. I was deeply disappointed to find out that your reputation was less than stellar. You almost done with Zelda Echoes? Ooh, nice. Are you gonna 100% it? Or just beat it? Like beat it? Just be... I think you did your best, and I admire you for that. But it was impossible, or at least it was impossible for you. You got a special talent for ruining things. So much as I built you up, you managed to tear it all down. No matter how hard I tried, it was never enough. I felt like an idiot the second I realized that. I thought you were a good person, but now I'm starting to feel like an idiot for thinking so. Is it too late? No, it's not even like that. I'm just glad we haven't been friends for all that long. Oh, you did? Well done. You're gonna do it. And even though you're leaving, your expression hasn't changed at all. I feel bad for Sayuri, too. Well, whatever. I'm sorry for stopping you. Mai turns her back to me. She walks as calmly as usual. She's completely irredeemable. Well, that's it. I'll never have anything to do with her again. I feel so tired. Maybe I should head home. However, I want to spend time with you, Mai. What am I even saying? But I don't stop talking, because I'm the one who is stupid. I'm stupid, so no matter how many times the sandcastle collapses, I'll keep on building it up. Like a stupid little brat. And that's it, Mai. I want to spend time with you. Because I love spending time with you. Because I really like you. Are you listening to me, Mai? I'm trying to tell you that I love you. Mai stops in her tracks. I don't know what to say. She half turns around. You should just say what's on your mind right now. Sorry. Yeah. I want to spend time with you too. Because I don't dislike you. I want to spend time with you. You and Sayuri. I understand. I'll definitely do something about this. I make that promise. In the evening, even after the usual time, I don't go to school. I just sit in my room thinking about Mai. She'll probably be back in the school building tonight as well. She might even be hungry by now. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. But I'm not going to go. I made a promise to Mai. I won't meet her again until she can return to school as a student. Sharing the 2 months that remained for Mai, Sayuri, and me. That's my sincerest of wishes. I can't help but want to meet her. Even more so now that I know how she really feels. I have trouble sleeping that night. Must be because I'm mentally exhausted. I can't even sleep because of the horrible fatigue that has seeped into my body. I toss and turn over and over again. I ultimately don't fall asleep until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. January 22nd! It's an ugly awakening. I lazily drag my body down to the first floor. I wash my face with cold water to calm myself down, and although I have no appetite, I forced myself to eat breakfast all the same. There's something I need to do. I shake off my feelings of confusion and head out. I wait in the same place where I always call out to Mai and Sayuri from behind. Students from our school pass in front of me one after another, but from this morning onward, only one will be taking this road. Ah, Yuichi! Oh, good morning. Good morning! She smiles broadly, but it seems to be more forced than usual. What's going on this morning? I was waiting for you, Sayuri. Oh, but... I'm trying to figure out what to do. What? I'm wondering what you would do to get Mai back. Ah! She seems taken aback as she looks at me. Good question. She burst out with her usual cheerfulness. I guess Sayuri feels the same. She just wishes there was something she can do. I got the same inspiration from Mai herself, and that's why I feel the need to communicate that inspiration with Sayuri as well. I'm sure there's much that can be done. Yes, Sayuri will think about it. Sayuri will think about it a lot. Good. Willing to try anything and everything. This is not unusual for me, but today is not the day to be focusing on class. I have to think of a way to get Mai back in the school as soon as possible. Guess the difficult look in my face and not seeming to be feeling one way or another had the effect of making me seem like a serious student. Do you have a fever or something? Huh? Why do you ask? I've never seen you look so serious during class before. I'm getting more and more serious all the time. I stop talking and start thinking again. Kitagawa tilts his head and returns to his seat. At lunchtime, Sayuri and I hold a meeting, just the two of us. And then I tell her the plan I spent all morning coming up with. And the plan is... raid the staff room, collect signatures. This might be kind of a bad idea. Oh, Hellfire Skyrim's playing Team Modloader. Alright. See, I did it too. I just announced what you were playing, just like you did that one time. What do you think? You think signatures is a good idea? Listen, Sayuri. Yes? When we opened the door to leave, we were suddenly attacked by a ferocious wild dog. I tried to get rid of it to protect everyone. Let's tell everyone from the ball that and collect signatures. You want to lie? Sayuri questions me with a surprised look on her face. Who would believe us if we told the truth? Good point. They wouldn't believe us if we told them that. I don't think that Sayuri knows about the monsters. She just seems to think that Mai is a mysterious girl, and she simply puts up with everything. She only sees the good in others that doesn't bother with anything else. That's just the type of person she is. And move on with the conversation. Even if it's a lie, we should just say that it was a wild dog that appeared in the gym. Actually, it might have been something even more dangerous than a wild dog. Think about it that way, you don't feel as guilty, right? Right. Then we'll take the signatures we've collected and appeal directly to the principal. Hopefully it works. We'll make sure it works. Yes, let's do our best. Having made up our minds, we part ways. We dedicated our free time to collecting signatures. Remember the girl who had fallen near the entrance, don't you? That was only because of the girl swinging the sword around. You're remembering it wrong. The sword came out after that. You say that, but I really couldn't tell what was going on. All I remember is that girl swinging that sword like a maniac. It wasn't a real sword, if you say so. But anyway, please sign this for me. I'm about to sign something I don't understand. Never mind. Yay! It's going well, guys. How's it going? Stretch. It's stretching, that's how it's going. After each of us finishes with 5 people, we meet up again. Not very well. How about you, Sayuri? Swimmingly. She draws a circle with her fingers. Ugh, I guess I have an untrustworthy face. I feel bad as if I'm holding back. That's not true. Sayuri's just been lucky is all. You're about to hit your stride. Sayuri is sure of it. Hope you're right. Hey, Karada. Our conversation is suddenly interrupted. Yes? Sayuri looks back. I hear you're going to show them something this time? The person approaching us is a third-year female student like Sayuri. Her hair is cropped just to just above her shoulders, and her eyes are narrow. Her dignified appearance could be perceived as the complete opposite of Sayuri. It's really not that big of a deal, but is it a great idea? I mean, if it is. There's something strange about the two of them talking side by side. I can't help but feel uncomfortable watching them. Sayuri thinks we're doing just fine on our own. There's no need to make any more of it than it is. With the mention of us, the girl turns her attention to me. She looks me up and down from head to toe, and then immediately returns her eyes to Sayuri. Fine, just don't mess up, okay? You're our idol after all, Karada. You wouldn't want people to think that your body belongs to you alone. Is that what you think? Sayuri is just an ordinary girl, and a girl of below average intelligence at that. Nothing to do with your intelligence. You're driven, aren't you? Sayuri may be driven, but it's all because it's for my friend. Best friend. Fair enough. Female student smiles with a satisfaction and then puts her hand on Sayuri's shoulder. We don't have many delays left here at school. I really want to go out with a bang. You feel the same, don't you? Sayuri wants to take the initiative and make as many memories as possible. I'm sure you'll do just that. While Sayuri makes her vague reply, the female student replies with a sharp response. In the end, she casts another glance my way without saying a word. What was that about? Ask the question after the girl leaves. Curious, right? Sayuri doesn't seem to be able to answer herself. Alright, drink break. Wonder what my voice will be like when this is all over. Will it be scratched as all heck? We continue to spend our time after school collecting signatures. I somehow managed to convince some of the attendees and succeed in getting some signatures. We have already collected more than half of the signatures by the time we are nearing the end of the list of attendees. We really got a lot of them. Yeah, Sayuri is really grateful they're signing. Sayuri expresses gratitude to the signings as if they were nothing to it at all. Really worked your tail off. No, it was nothing like that. You worked much harder than Sayuri did. That really means a lot coming from you. Really? But you know, it really was a lot of fun talking to everyone. I'm sure she took her share of abuse, being Mai's friend and all. But for Sayuri, even something like getting a petition signed becomes a fond memory. I'm mainly just happy that I could be a part of that memory. All that's left is the organizers. At the end of the list of participants are the names of students on the student council. If it's the student council, they'll probably have a lot of sway. I have high hopes for them. I'll hope they'll come to Mai's defense. Why do you have high hopes? What do you mean? Student council exists for the students, doesn't it? They're sure to come to her aid. No, the student council isn't as lenient as you might think. Truth be told, I still don't know all that much about this school. We don't know what kind of presence they have at this school yet. Mai's punishment was probably be at the behest of the student council. What the heck? The feud between the students' council and Mai runs deep. I heard that it was the student council, not the teachers, who had been keeping a close eye on Mai's behavior. In that case, drawing a sword at a ball they were throwing was about as stupid as robbing a police station. Then isn't it a stupid idea to ask people from the student council to sign the petition? The event was organized by the student council and was under their jurisdiction. You aren't going to get anywhere without their signatures. Then what was all this for? Huh? Without thinking, I thrust my bundle of signatures in Sayuri's direction. Sayuri thought the student council members would understand if we explained the situation. Oh, I see. Sorry. Sayuri doesn't have anyone she doesn't like. She believes that anyone who speaks to her will understand. That's why she wants to ask the student council to sign off on it. But as soon as I hear about the feud with Mai, I consider the student council to be my enemy. There's no way we're going to get them to sign. So I feel like our efforts up until now was all for naught. I curse myself for being so insensitive, even though most of the signatures were acquired by Sayuri. I decided to try and get on the same wavelength as her. Sayuri is sure it'll work out. Sayuri is already smiling. Yeah! I nod, encouraged by her smile. Okay, let's go now. Today is the day when the student council gathers regularly. We should do it before that. Sayuri starts walking first. So have you already decided who exactly you want to target? I ask while walking next to her. Yes, his name is Kuze. What kind of guy is he? He's got a face like this. She sticks her fingers into corners of her mouth and stretches it out. No, I don't care about his face. I just want him to be someone who is easy to talk to. Sayuri doesn't really know much about him. But his and Sayuri's fathers are close. So he must be a nice person even if we've never talked before. What are you basing that on? There are no bad people among Sayuri's father's acquaintances, so there's no way one of their sons would grow up to be a bad person. It's something I could imagine her saying even if she'd never said it. However, I'm sure there are many examples where parents are respectable and their children are anything but. I can't help but wonder if Sayuri's family is so harmonious that she's oblivious to that possibility. It probably is. The sight of Sayuri's irresistible smile all but assures me that's the case. We go up to the floor with all the second-year classrooms, and then Sayuri suddenly stops in front of one of them. He's here! Sayuri explains that after peeking through the door. What should we do, Yuichi? Sorry, but I think I'm going to leave this one to you this time around. I feel like I'll only get in the way. Really? Yeah, really. Okay, leave it to Sayuri then. Sayuri slides her body through the gap in the door. Only a sweet scent remains. Doesn't seem to be anything for me to do except sit there and lean against the wall and listen. Nice to make your acquaintance, Kuze. Sayuri starts the conversation. There's probably no one else in the classroom besides that guy, because I don't hear any other voices. Doesn't feel right to say the same to you. I've already heard a lot about you. Even though he's an upperclassman, he speaks to her in a familiar manner. Sayuri assumes that they weren't good things. You'd be right about that. I think Sayuri was trying to make a joke, but the other person's reaction seemed to imply they took it seriously. Maybe he's in on the joke. Even though it's their first meeting, there seems to be a lot of unspoken agreement in their conversation. I wonder if that's due to the connection between their parents, as Sayuri said. Well, let's set all that aside for now. Sure. Today, Sayuri is here to get your signature. I wonder why. I think I might have an idea, though. You catch on quick. I guess I do. It's about her opinion regarding Mai's behavior at the ball. Well, Kurata, don't get me wrong. The guy stops her right The guy stops her right as she tries to explain. Yes, when I imply I catch on quick, it's not because I'm understanding of the situation. Quite the contrary. So you're not willing to extend your support? Just listen to what Sayuri has to say and you'll understand. No matter what the truth is, the student council will never come to her aid. What do you think? Interject, guys? Should I go in and shout objection? Then that's injustice. It's discrimination! I can't help but blurt it out. I stand on the threshold of the open door, casting a long shadow into the classroom. Yuichi! Are you aware of what you're saying? You're wrong. It doesn't matter what triggered it. Ultimately, the school isn't the place for her. Objection! Oh yes, objection indeed. Remember guys, I gotta stream that last Ace Attorney game this year. And I will. Oh, I will. Probably after this visual novel here. This decision was made for legitimate reasons. You can't even defend a single student? What's the point of a student council then? It's a student council for students who take their studies seriously. Are you saying Mai is some sort of delinquent? I stepped into the classroom where only the two of them are and closed the distance between the guy and myself. She's very well known to the student council. Everyone is quite familiar with her bad behavior. You fool! There's nothing unusual about her behavior. What she has ever done to trouble the teachers. The broken glass is more than enough in itself. It's delinquent conduct through and through. And it's not like we're talking about once or twice here. Why can't you understand that there was a reason for that? I corner the man against the wall and slam my fist into it. Reasons aside, there are things you can do and things you can't do. Wouldn't you agree? Who cares about the glass at school? Something way more serious might be going on. I don't want people to make light of it. The glass is a symbol of order in education and society. What do you want to protect isn't the school's order, it's the outward appearance. I grab him by the collar. Do you want me to make you regret not taking Sayuri's request more seriously? Do you want to follow Kawasumi's lead? I can't stand the sneer on his face and tighten my grip on his collar. Yuichi! It's a loud voice, and it's from Sayuri. Sorry. I calm myself down and feel ashamed about my actions, apologize briefly, and walk away from the guy. My apology is intended for Sayuri, not for him. The guy straightens his collar, ignores me, and turns his attention back to Sayuri. Kurata, I'll admit it's hard to understand what you're doing. Why do you continue to defend her? Because she's Sayuri's best friend. I see. Well, I've heard that before. Picking up the only bag left in the empty classroom from the desk, the guy leaves the classroom. All I can do is stare at him in shock. Yuichi! When we are alone, Sayuri looks at me with a mixture of sadness and anger. It's a face I've never seen before. Mai, and you sacrificed too much of yourselves. I'm not so admirable as that. I just lost my cool is all. But if you did hit him, it would have been for my sake, right? I'm not really sure, but maybe she's right. Please think about it for a moment. Would Mai have been happy with that? Probably not, but still. You've already lost Mai, so if this leads to problems for you as well, just try to put yourself in Sayuri's shoes. The look on your face is one of deep sadness. I feel like I'm left with no choice but to swear an oath to her, because I definitely never want to see that face again. You understand, I won't do anything to cause any more trouble. Okay. Upon hearing my pledge, she smiles immediately. By the way, he mentioned rumors about you. Is that really a thing? Yes, when Mai caused a problem in the past, Sayuri just happened to be around, and at the time... I see. She probably came to Mai's defense like I'm doing now. But can she really get upset enough to leave such a bad taste in others' mouths? Perhaps Sayuri had more ferocious personality in the past. The mere thought of it makes me feel uncomfortable. What an annoying bunch. Those at the top will always be hated by some. I suppose you're right. Ultimately, our efforts to collect signatures is all for naught and only exposes the feud between Mai and the student council. Sayuri's talk with Kuze ruins her mood and turns out to be a complete waste of time. With a small glimmer of hope, we take the signatures to the school counselor and even the board of directors, but the responses are blunt. Our plans have come to a complete stalemate. Seems impossible for us to overturn the expulsion she received. because of how long she's been a thorn in the side of the student council. They've probably been gunning for this for a while now. If I had known that, I would have stepped in to stop Mai, even if it meant getting slashed. Anyway, there's no use in crying over spilt milk. I refuse to give up. It's time to figure out our next move. But the options we're left with are what exactly? It's over, guys. We're not getting Mai back. It's done. We're screwed. The alarm goes off and I hit it a few times with my mind dazed. I don't feel like I slept all that much, and I have to get up. I put on my cold uniform and go down to the first floor. After eating breakfast, I look in the mirror while brushing my teeth. My stubble hasn't grown much yet, so I suppose I don't need to shave this morning. I'm heading out. I put on my shoes at the front door and leave the house. It's a calm morning. Nothing is out of the ordinary. This is the same daily routine that I have repeated until now and that I will continue to repeat in the future. I feel a pat on the back and turn around to see Sayuri. Good morning, Yuichi! The same friendly morning greeting that I've grown so used to. Good morning. However, I'm unable to respond with a smile. Yuichi, did you eat breakfast this morning? Yeah, I ate. It feels like something is missing as we walk by side. Even if she were here, the two of us would still do most of the talking. Just feels different somehow. I guess her absence is really affecting us. Sayuri remains silent for a while, probably thinking the same thing that I am. There's nothing that can be done. Since I didn't know what to do, I feel that touching on the topic in a mischievous way would only make my disappointment obvious. Sayuri is probably thinking the same thing and is holding back because of it. In the end, we don't talk about Mai at all. Would you like to have lunch together again today? Sayuri says this as she parts ways with me while holding her huge lunchbox in front of her chest. The usual place then. And without even listening to my reply, she runs for the shoes racks as the chime had spurred her on. For once, I listen to lectures seriously. My note-taking is so bad that I'll probably be in trouble when my test time rolls around. Maybe I just want to distract myself. It doesn't matter either way. I'm a student and need to act like one. When does school begin for you guys in chat, by the way? Is winter break still going on for you all? The morning classes end. It's Saturday, so that'll be all for today. I grab my bag and stand up, but then I remember something. Sayuri's lunch invitation. I'd almost forgotten. As I ascend the stairs to the 3rd floor, I bump into Sayuri. Oh, you're early today! Or maybe you're late. Do you think so? Maybe. She looks at her watch and agrees. That's because I usually stop at the school cafeteria first. You're always eating bread. Because bread is so light, you can't take it anywhere. But won't you get sick of it if you eat it every day? I don't know. Maybe. Tomorrow? Oh no, not tomorrow. I'll wish you luck tomorrow, Mafia. You'll be fine, I believe in ya. I think you'll be fine. I'm pretty sure you'll be fine, yeah. Just let me know if you do, and Sayuri will pack a lunch for you. But that would make you already heavy lunchbox even heavier. Don't you worry about that. Sayuri is stronger than you might think. I don't know, it looks pretty heavy. Hand it over. Sayuri told you not to worry. Having said that, Sayuri runs happily up the stairs. I follow after her. I'm hungry. Oh, right! As usual, Sayuri lays out a plastic sheet, placing her lunchbox on top of it, and begins preparing lunch. What the? I yell out loud and turn my attention to Mai, who is standing there. You're too loud, Yuichi. Yeah, why is Mai here? You're too calm. Why on earth are you here like nothing's ever even happened? Need to fix your sleep schedule? Oh, yeah. Yeah, waking up at around like 12 is probably not a good idea. You must sleep earlier. And then wake up earlier to prepare for the grueling school day. What's the problem? If she's able to come back, that's all that matters. What, so you're back now? She simply nods. I have no idea what's going on here. Here, Mai. When everything is finally in order, Sayuri urges Mai to eat. Jeez, I don't get what's going on at all. You going to sleep at 5 a.m. Oh my gosh, Mafia, that's really not good. That's worse than me. I thought me going to bed at 4 was bad. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna set an anti-alarm clock for you. It makes you fall asleep instead of it wakes you up. Does that exist, guys? I decided to calm down for the time being. Pinch mice cheek. Look at the number of lunchboxes. I'm gonna pinch. I pinched mice cheek. Squish! That hurts you, Ichi. Is that really you? Or are you some imposter who's only here for Sayuri's lunch? Pow! So it's the real you. You take sleep medicine already? Oh no. Maybe you should watch the Pokemon episode I watched last night. I continued with my marathon, and I ended at a certain episode where a lot of people fell asleep. I'm sure you can guess which episode that was. There's no one other than me, Sayuri, and the real Mai who knows about her chops. Smell me if you don't believe me. Perhaps because of my apparent dissatisfaction, Mai holds a lock of her hair in her hand and extends it toward me. That's enough. I believe you. And besides, it's not like I'm a dog. I don't remember your scent. Sayuri and Mai are already acting like their old selves. If you don't know what episode that is, it's the Jigglypuff episode. If you listen to Jigglypuff's song, Mafia, maybe you'll fall asleep at a good time. I guess I'm the only one who has no idea what's going on here. Oh no, don't worry. Sayuri is just as confused as you are. And as you think. As am I. Is that right? Well, as long as we're on the same page. I seriously wonder what's going on here. Was I a fool for fretting over all this and running around like a chicken with its head cut off? I part ways with them, still unsure of what's going on. I stand there for a while, watching the students go to their respective club activities. Should I go home? Start walking down the hallway, unable to recover from the craziness just now. Hey! Somebody punches my shoulder. Hey, that hurts. What gives? When I turn around, I see an unfamiliar female student. Well, unfamiliar in that I only remember meeting her once. During yesterday's signature campaign, she was the one who was talking to Sayuri strangely. What was that all about? He questions me bluntly. I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what she's so angry about, but I can't think of a reason for this girl to yell at me. I lose my temper as well. We're not children here, so explain yourself already. I'm talking about Karada. Not to be outdone, the girl spits fire back at me. Why did Karada give in to the student council? She gave in to them? That's right. Kuze is giving a presentation outside. It seems like the kind of thing he would like. So what's the meaning of all this? I can't make sense of a single thing she's saying. I don't understand what she means by giving in and presentation. If Karada sides with the student council, they'll get carried away and then there's no telling what they'll do. Hold on. You almost make it sound like Sayuri was keeping the student council in check all by herself. No almost about it. She was. You didn't know that? Are you being serious right now? Totally serious. If you only met recently, it's no wonder that you don't know. She started it with her denunciation of the student council, and that's why everyone else followed suit. No, that can't be true. Sayuri isn't the type of person who would take the initiative to do something like that. I know that much at least. That's why we're in trouble if she sides with the student council. And I even had an idea in the end. It's just that people like the girl in front of me, who are rebelling against the student council, have made her out to be this way. I'm sure that Sayuri was only trying to protect Mai, and yet before she knew it, she came to be treated as a symbol of those who are anti-student council. Had nothing to do with what she actually intended. Oop. Oh, stretch. Oh my gosh. Intended? I think you're the ones who misunderstand. Having said that, I walk away. Hold on a second. I hear a voice from behind me, but I don't stop to and simply continue down the stairs. Judging from what she said, Sayuri is being treated as someone's sort of anti-establishment symbol, and the student council hated that, so they made moves to put it to rest. Sayuri had just one Achilles heel, her friendship with Mai. I took advantage of Mai's blunders and got her expelled from school and used her reinstatement as a way to keep Sayuri in line. I have no idea why they'd stoop to that level, but Sayuri hasn't done anything wrong. No matter what kind of conflict exists at the school, it should have nothing to do with Sayuri and her friends. Sayuri herself is an ordinary girl with no ambitions. Sayuri is just being herself and living her school life. When I leave through the entrance, the scene is different than usual. A crowd is formed and the flow of people is stagnant. Allow me to introduce our newest member of the student council. A guy is loudly gathering people to him. This is Sayuri Kurata. Although she is about to graduate, we are united in our aims for this school. We have decided to make her an honorary member, and it is our intention to continue to look for her for guidance even after she graduates. A voice whispers, "Why now?" Some even speculate that it's because the two had become romantically involved. That's definitely not that. I say that to no one in particular. Meanwhile, Sayuri is smiling awkwardly next to me. Sayuri herself must have known that I'd be angry with this outcome. Did she think I wouldn't find out? Sayuri. I push through the wall of people and step forward. This guy is just using you, Sayuri. Sayuri doesn't reply. It's almost as if she decided to ignore me. Sayuri. There's no way she didn't hear me. Sayuri turns her gaze toward me and finally opens her mouth. It'll be okay, right? Her words are usual smile. I'm attacked by a feeling of weakness that's absolutely indescribable. Sayuri, you're actually the one who's sacrificing too much. It's only for a little while. Only for a little while. I guess that means until graduation. Until Mai can graduate safely. What terrible timing. Sayuri had to spend such an important time right before graduation with this jerk. There's no possible way that'll end up being a fun memory for her. People are buzzing all around me. Suddenly sense somebody standing next to me. It's Mai. Mai's expression is the same as usual, void of any emotions. Even in times like this, Mai is emotionless. While I can't feel any more deflated than I do, I can't help but be shocked. Mai, you understand that Sayuri is doing this for you. You know that, don't you? No response. Kawasumi, as your best friend, I sincerely hope this will help us understand you a little better. Kuze adds that to his speech. After that, whoosh! I hear slashes in the air and look in the direction of the sound. Mai's empty hand is swinging horizontally. Blood splatters. I can't tell if it was her nails or the wind. The area under Mai's eyes is cut, and red drops are about to fall down her cheek. Next to her face, the hand that had split the sky is held so tightly that it trembles. I won't forgive you. I won't forgive you for making Sayuri sad. Seeing her profile, all I can do is gasp. As expected, the same is true for the students who are present as well, and it's as quiet as if everyone had been struck by water. Only the sound of the wind caressing the ground can be heard above the silence. An overwhelming sense of intimidation fills the air. Kuze is also just waiting for Mai to release him from the spell he's under. He's being strangled and is on the verge of suffocation. Mai eventually turns around. Wait, Mai! Sayuri follows after her. Kuze seems to be doing all he can to just catch his breath. He seems to have been relieved of his need to speak ill of others. Ignoring him, I follow after Mai. Hey, are you okay with what happened back there? Aren't you worried you'll get expelled again? I wasn't armed. Well, that's true at least. Everyone saw that. That was really cool, Mai. Sayuri says something unexpected and generously applies her pure white handkerchief to Mai's blood-stained cheek. She has her usual smile on her face, but somehow seems to be overflowing with joy. That's one thing I'd forgotten about. The depths of their friendship. It was the same at the ball. When something happens to Sayuri, she loses control. There's no way Mai would remain unaffected by this incident, and I really want to give her credit for that. You were thinking ahead this time, weren't you? I just want more time with you and Sayuri. She repeats words that I've heard her say before. This matter is resolved by what Mai says next. Sayuri's father is a member of the assembly, and because of that, she was forced to join the student council. They heard that it would be beneficial for the school to have students with parents like hers around. I don't really get it. This apparently all went down before the two of them met. To add to the story based on my imagination, Mai is horribly bad at explaining things. Sayuri was welcome into the student council as soon as she entered the school. And then she met Mai sometime after that. A scandal went down almost immediately. Or maybe the first broken glass incident is a better description for it. This incident would be one of many, but it was the first incident to occur after Mai entered the school. Sayuri, who had continued to protect Mai, the culprit of this incident, ended up withdrawing from the student council. For whatever the reason, this was perceived as a slight from the student council's perspective. The fact that they had been abandoned by the daughter of an influential person at the school became a stain on their reputation, and it would continue to haunt the student council as a scandal from then on. However, there was one blessing in disguise for the student council. Sayuri was either ignorant of her father's influence or she was independent to a fault. This was assumed because Sayuri never took advantage of that influence to advance herself in any way, or, put a different way, abuse that power. Of course, Sayuri had no reason to do that, because the only people who had any hostility toward her were those on a student council. However, ever since that incident, the student council had been plotting to once again ensnare Sayuri someday in order to dispel the one-sided rumors. With regards to Kuze in particular, it's not hard to imagine that there were other concerns due to his father and Sayuri's father being acquainted. In the midst of all this, Mai, Sayuri's best friend, started causing trouble, so they probably thought they could take advantage of that. Even now that I know all the particulars, I still have a hard time finding any fault in Sayuri, just a situation created by the intentions of the various people around her. I'm glad to know what happened, but my story doesn't end there. I simply had to complete it on my own, since her rendition ended in the student council room following the first incident. After school, with the student council members and teachers present, I was forced to fight a lonely battle all by herself. At the confrontation, Mai may have looked apathetic, but she was really just quiet. One girl spoke up. Kawasumi, you assert that you had your reasons and that the destruction of the glass is due to a power beyond your control. And yet you still won't tell us what those reasons are. There's no reason you should be defending her, Karada. No, you're wrong about that. Sayuri knows her best friend better than anybody. Best friend? When did that start? Doesn't matter when it started. What matters is how long it continues. Even though no one had asked her that question, the girl continued. Forever into the future, even if we both die. That's the gist of it. Mai continued to look out the window. I see. In the end, I'm not even sure Mai knew what she was trying to say based on how it concluded. The point of the story has changed and turned into a mere boast. Well, that's good. But I still smile, kind of like Sayuri might. Yeah. Mai nods and blushes a little. Mai is so fierce in the school building at night, but when she's talking about her best friend, with distant eyes like this, she comes across as vulnerable. It's so unbearably cute that just about anybody would fall in love. It's as simple as honest as a young girl flaunting her most prized possession. But thinking of her as cute or fragile is about as big of a mistake as you can make. It was her rebuke that settled the most recent conflict. If it weren't for that threatening warning, Kuze wouldn't have backed down in this pursuit of Sayuri. The fact that she didn't allow him to do that means that Mai had the upper hand at that point. But maybe they will go back to the drawing board. Even if they do, it's hard to think they won't be frightened by Mai's actions, which were considerably more serious than ever before. To him, Mai is nothing more than a delinquent student, just like he said. In fact, even if they meet in the hallway now, Kuze seems to avoid Sayuri like the plague. Oddly enough, the rumors about Mai, which had been so eager to dispel, grew larger and protected Sayuri and Mai. There's nothing cute about this fearless fighter. Ultimately, attending the ball was all for naught. Maybe it wasn't. Next year, too. Hope we can dance at the ball. But I'm graduating. Who cares? 3 of us can just sneak out and show everyone how good you look in your dresses again. Okay, I guess I'll wear it again then. Yeah! The dress will once again be decorated with precious memories. If I never return, there'd be nothing left to regret. That's why I'll have her wear it and dance with me again next year. Another memory etched in my mind. One that is irreplaceable. I'll be a bit embarrassed though. About what? Wearing the dress to school. I dare not point it out. Even if you have already graduated, you can just change your clothes inside the school. I'd rather have her wear it on the way here. Wow, Mai, Julie walked to school dressed like that? It was so embarrassing. Just one more thing to look forward to. school building at night for the first time in a long time is a different world from that of the daytime. It's chock full of a tension that screams that something is bound to happen. It feels so dangerous, like everything could come crashing down just with the press of the wrong button. But for now at least, the tension has been kept in check and a semblance of order has been established. Hey, you're at the same place as always. She turns her gaze toward me, a typical greeting. Crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch. By the way, it's devoid of the usual sounds made by monsters. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Just the sounds of her munching on the rice crackers I brought. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Maybe crackers weren't a good choice. Crunch, crunch, crunch. They're not bad. Crunch, crunch, crunch. No way. I mean, is that you probably wouldn't notice if a monster appears. Crunch, crunch, crunch. They're delicious. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Well, as long as you're okay with them. I am. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Alright then. Crunch, crunch, crunch. The two of us act like our usual stupid selves, ignoring the tension in the air. There's no denying that it's dangerous here. That's more than evident from the sword in Mai's hand. Something happens, she'll quickly prove that it's not just a mere decoration. We have to brace ourselves for that possibility. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Not bracing herself at all. Yuichi. Mai stops eating her rice crackers and looks into my eyes. Now that I think about it, it's rare for Mai to look people in the eyes when talking to them. I take my rice cracker out of my mouth and face Mai. Yuichi. I wants to say something important. I'm clearly aware of that. She pauses for a moment and then her small lips begin to move. Want you to be by my side. Huh? What exactly do you mean by that? I wait for Mai's words, my heart pounding. When I'm with you, I have a hunting decoy. Twist stab. Eek! What's wrong? Ow! You made me fall and I stuck a half-eaten rice cracker in my eye. I could have ended up blind. Didn't it make you fall? Any guy would react the same way if you got his hopes up and then called him a hunting decoy. What are you hoping to hear? Who asked that? That you like me. Plain and simple. That you like me. Plain and simple. I told you before that I don't dislike you. Do you want me to say it again? No, that's not what I'm getting at. Well, don't worry. I don't think it'd be easy for me to dislike you. Like I said, that's not what I'm getting at, although I do appreciate you saying that. Maya's aloof, or rather ignorant. Talking about this kind of thing with her makes me feel as if I'm dealing with an elementary school student. No matter how long I continue this conversation, I don't think I'm going to be able to get my point across. Let's get back on topic. So, is me being a hunting decoy all part of your strategy? She nods. But I'm always running away, so I wonder if I'm really the right man for the job. I'll protect you. Well, yeah, and I'm counting on you for that. She nods. But what I really want to be saying right now is, then I'm the one who will protect you. So our roles are kind of reversed. But I've got better swordsmanship. I'm sure you are. I mean, I don't even have a sword. Makes me feel depressed, to be honest. I took judo lessons when I was in elementary school, but there's no way that would suddenly pay off now. Heck, I'm not even sure it has arms or a waist. In fact, there's really doesn't seem to be any way to counter it, other than slashing it with a sharp weapon like Mai's. Swordsmanship. I hang my head in shame, acutely aware of my own helplessness. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Next to me, Mai continues to eat rice crackers. The sound of rice crackers makes the tense atmosphere seem more relaxed, yet Mai is still in her fighting stance. Listen carefully for strange noises other than the sound of crunching and prepare for that something that always shows up when you least expect it. I keep my guard up by occasionally looking around and moving a little. After a few hours, my son suddenly speaks up. It's not coming today. Are you sure? She nods. What time is it anyway? I'm surprised when I looked at my watch to see what time it is. It's this late already? If we stay any later, it'll cause problems for the people I live with, so I'd better get going. I'll leave Mai behind in the school. That something doesn't appear that night. January 24th. Sunday. Rustle, rustle. Thump. Cough, cough. Damn it. This morning I'm rummaging through the Manase house's storeroom, driven by an urge to start doing something. Anything. Need a weapon first of all. I'll start there. I don't know where to find an actual weapon like the one Mice uses. Slide. Ah! That's why finding this old wooden sword in a corner of the storeroom feels like a salvation. Swing, swing. I shut myself in my room and practice all day with the wooden sword. Knowing nothing about proper form, I use my own style. If I just train harder and build up muscle, I should be able to fend some enemies off. That's the idea, at least. Swing, swing. Hey! Swing, swing. I said, hey, Yuichi! Huh? I stop swinging and turn around to see who it is. It's Nayuki, staring at me from my open door. Why didn't you knock first? I did, but there was no answer. What? You did? I didn't notice anything at all. I was too engrossed. Anyway, what do you need? I could hear a lot of creaking sounds downstairs. I thought something happened. Oh, sorry about that. I really shouldn't be doing this on the second floor of a wooden house. Why the sudden interest in that? I'm having a showdown. Against? Monsters. You haven't won yet? Besides, you're cheating with a weapon. Your opponent's empty-handed, right? Maybe, but these are monsters we're talking about here. Monsters. Shouldn't you be more worried about me? It's going to be a lot of trouble if you seriously injure your opponent, alright? You know that, don't you? You're asking me to go fight a losing battle then. Yes, go get beaten up and lose. I'll nurse you back to health after that. Don't be stupid. I'd be dead then. Sheesh, why are you such a daredevil? I get it. This is just how boys build friendships with each other. I'm not saying don't do it, I'm just saying let it end already, okay? She closes the door after that. She's not taking this seriously because it's not her problem. Those monsters and I will never be able to come to a mutual understanding. I grip the wooden sword tightly and start swinging it again. At night, a mere afternoon session of training can't possibly have done much, but I'm not about to just sit around doing nothing. The underused muscles are aching from my ill treatment, so resting after dinner had given me some strength back. I forced my sluggish body up from the bed. After putting on some warm clothes, I grab the sword I'll be using a lot from now on and leave the room. Things have changed slightly since yesterday. Because I'm no longer simply accompanying her and bringing her midnight snacks, I'm her combat partner now. I glance up at the eerie-looking school building before stepping inside. Catching sight of my companion at the end of the hallway, I run toward her. I'm taking this seriously from tonight. Let's finish our midnight snacks quickly. When I get close enough to see her expression, I chuck the nutritional food I'd brought along at her face. Smack. She catches the biscuit-shaped package with one hand and tears off the wrapping with her teeth before biting down. This doesn't taste nice. Don't be fussy. I'm putting my life on the line from now on as well. There's no time to be slowly relishing our food but like before. I stuffed the same ready-made food into my mouth. I could have just eaten it along the way, yes, but eating together instead is just my way of being compassionable. What's that? After she finishes her food, Mai turns her attention to what I'm holding in my hand. Can't you tell? It's a wooden sword. What's it for? Oh, it's just a really long stick for nose picking. Not. It's so that I can do battle against the monsters, too, of course. You're going to fight? Yes. I'm not going to let you keep saving me. Just be bait, that's good enough. I know. I also knew you'd say that, but I just can't stand around doing nothing anymore. Having someone else fight while I'm bait makes me feel like a monkey tamer being manipulated by his monkey. The monkey dance? No, I'm not talking about that. Should have gone with another example. Anyway, what I'm saying is to let me fight as well. Mai doesn't say anything. She seems to be considering it. So, what's our strategy? What kind of bait should I be? To take advantage of her indecision, to move things ahead. You don't have to do anything. Just stay out of my way. I guess Mai is trying to tell me not to fight. Fine. I agree reluctantly, but I can still keep this for self-defense, right? She says nothing in reply and slowly prepares her sword. We've entered a battlefield without fanfare. You've done enough. I'll handle the rest. Stat. Having said that, she charges ahead. Clang. I see Mai's blade bouncing back in the air. She doesn't shrink back, striking again and again, changing directions each time. Clang. One of her attacks elicits a dull sound that's different. Including that it's the opponent's weak spot, Mai swings down hard on it. However, she may have used too much force as her attack goes slightly wide. The enemy has been waiting for this opening. Clang! Just before her sword comes down, the blade shakes and vibrates. It falls from her hands and hits the floor, bouncing away as if it has a will of its own. Step back! I run forward. By engaging the monster in battle, I create an opening for Mai to retrieve the sword. My weak wooden sword can't do much, but it can buy her some time. I follow what Mai did just now, attacking without pause, knowing that the enemy is aware of the situation. Speed is key. I slash at the enemy. Whump. Huh? The enemy is gone. Turned out I'm just hitting the floor repeatedly for nothing. I wasn't attacking quickly. I wasn't even attacking at all. My mind stops working as I stand there in disbelief. Jump! Mai's voice. It's coming from behind me. I jump or fall forward. I'm not sure which, and lay flat on the ground. Whoosh! I tremble involuntarily at hearing those sharp sounds so close to my ears. After that, I hear the sound of rapid footsteps. Glancing over at the source of the sound, I see Mai scooping up her fallen sword with one hand. Immediately, she crouches and makes a diagonal slash toward the ceiling. Clash! The air is sliced apart. Its aura disappears. Mai slowly lowers her sword. Did we do it? Mai nods. We did it! That was pretty good bait, if I do say so myself. Mai's expression is difficult to read as she stares down at me, sitting on the ground. It was injured. Huh? That's why you managed to get away from unscathed. Her words caused me to draw a sharp breath. That monster just now has been injured by Mai before. That's why it was slower than usual, and I could still evade its attack even after hearing Mai's warning. Mai must have known that from the start and could have picked up her fallen sword without help. If that monster had been fighting at full strength, my reckless interferences would have. Perhaps she just wanted me to know that. 4 left. Mai's eyes are already looking ahead. 4 monsters left? Oh, there's too many. Can someone in chat take out some of the monsters, maybe? Mafia, can you, ban the Nah, forget it. I wake up before the alarm rings for a change. After changing into my uniform, I finish my breakfast. Oh, you can? Oh, thank goodness. At least, make it so there's 2 left. You know, make it somewhat fair. I finish my breakfast without much fuss. A quick stretch later, and I'm on my way out of the house. Another day thus begins. The wind is calm. Sunlight filters through the misty landscape. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Those monsters won't know what hits them. This crisp air feels most comfortable on the skin of sleepy people like me, who have only just woken up. This is the very picture of a refreshing morning, and just up ahead is the very picture of what I've been waiting for. Morning, you two! I tap those 2 familiar-looking backs at the same time. Ah, Yuichi! Good morning! Sayori turns around first and greets me with a smile, and then I turned around slowly and solemnly. Morning. Did you have to take it that long? No, she's just shy. Right, Mai? Who's shy? Mai? I'm not shy. What? You're not? But you keep looking back while we were walking just now. Pow. Mai's first chop of the day hits Sayori squarely. You see, she turned around when she heard footsteps just now, but said it was just a strange old man. Just a strange old man. That's what I heard her mumbling. She's so funny, isn't she? Try to imagine her doing that, and yes, it's funny indeed. So I can't help but laugh along with Sayori. I starts walking faster, perhaps feeling uncomfortable at being teased. See? As shy as can be. After gleefully telling me all that, wait up, Mai! Sayori turns and runs after Mai. It's so boringly peaceful this morning. How I wish it could be calm and peaceful every day. Oh, jeez. Okay. But the battles Mai and I fight are anything but ordinary. Hey, Ruins. Got up late, Sage. You got up late? Did you just wake up now, Ruins? How you doing, though? Welcome to the stream. We can't let our guards down even for a moment. I look at the unchanged school building behind the fence. For now, though, this is fine. Like this building, which we're just an ordinary school students right now. Bye then. Yeah, see you at lunch. The classroom is really warm. There are a lot of people inside after all. And what happens when it's warm? You naturally feel sleepy. So I decided to go to sleep. Oh, if only it was that easy. Right, Mafia? Yeah, I'll just sleep during class, that's fine. Whatever. At 1 year time. Oh, gotcha. Oh, are you leaving, Minim? Bye-bye! I'll see you tomorrow with more of this game. More than you can even possibly. Yep, that would be great. Hang on a minute. Okay. Yawn. The first period is finally over. I stretch. You're playing Stardew Valley. Ooh, I hope it's going good. Hope it's going awesome. Or you'll play it soon. When I straighten up and look to the front, Nayuki is standing there. Here! Huh? What's this? Shoving out a paper bag to me. Remember what you said? What did I say? About how a girl can make herself cuter? Oh, right. Not that it mattered now, because I've realized there's something else I can do for Mai that's even better. Alright, I'll see you soon, Ruins. Be awesome. Actually, looking back now, I was such a fool running around in a fluster for all that nonsense. This was used during the school festival, and I happened to get my hands on it. Okay, good. Is it just me, or are you not happy about this at all? I am. Yay! Whatever, here you go. It wasn't easy tracking it down, so you better make good use of it. She leaves the bag on my desk and returns to her own seat. What is it? I decide to at least check and see what's inside the bag. What is she even thinking? Looks like a hairpiece of some sort, but I can't help but question Nayuki's fashion sense. I mean, sure, he definitely wouldn't look like a gorilla with this on, but shove the bag into the deepest recesses under my desk while Nayuki's not watching. During lunch break, I stock up on bread like always and head toward the landscape that leads to the rooftop. What greets me is an unusual scene. Hey. Mai is sitting quietly on the usual plastic sheet by herself. Where's Sayuri? Left school early. What? She wasn't feeling well? Felt like she was coming down with a cold. Oh, she should go home to rest then. Sayuri's face did seem a little redder than usual this morning. I hope she gets better soon. I think she should be fine. That's good. And what are you doing? Since Sayuri went home, sitting on a sheet like that isn't going to make food fall into your lap. That's true. Having said that, she starts pulling the sheet away. You're not very bright, are you? But I was waiting for you to come. I hear her muttering those words as she pats the dust off the plastic sheet. Hold on, you were expecting me to share my bread with you? I don't mind. You're surprisingly bold sometimes, huh? Now then, what to do for lunch? Sleep in the nurse's office, eat at the cafeteria. Let's go to bed. Well, I don't know. We'll go here. Once you're done here, let's go to the cafeteria. Cafeteria? You don't even know what that is? A place to eat food. Oh, good. You know that at least. I wait for Mai to put the folded sheet away in a corner of the landing before taking her hand. Come with me. Let's eat at the cafeteria today. Do you have money? I led her down the stairs without waiting for her reply. But as I'm pulling her along, it suddenly occurs to me that this is the first time I'm being seen with just Mai alone in the open. Before, we'd only been together alone, either at night or on an empty rooftop. Mai is not the type of person who would voluntarily go into crowded places by herself. The novelty of her presence alone is enough to turn heads, and when you add a boy like me with her on top of that... Oh well, what does it matter? There's an empty spot there. Let's go, Mai. We weave our way through the crowd. Whoa, the crowd has backed off and they're officially a couple now. Huh? I heard someone's mocking voice as we passed them by. Wait, is that how people see us? I suddenly feel uncomfortable. What I just overheard makes me start to view the students in the cafeteria as tasteless gossipers. They may have just been exaggerating, but I guess it's not that far of a stretch considering how the three of us are usually seen together. We should leave. The gossip may affect Sayuri negatively as well, the longer it goes on. I decide to remove Mai and myself from the situation as soon as possible. Sorry, Mai, change of plans. We're leaving after you buy some bread. Wait, you already ordered something? She's already holding a tray with a steaming bowl of food. Beef bowl. Now we have to eat here. It's not like I can ask her to bring the bowl all the way to the top floor. No beef bowl for you? No, I have my bread. Also, why does it have to be a beef bowl? There's an empty spot here. Now it's my turn to pull me through the crowd. You're going too fast. Slow down. What if you spill your food? Thump. I get elbowed in the face by someone coming from the opposite direction and I try to catch up with Mai. That's what happens when you move against the flow of people. Eventually find my way to Mai after being tossed about by the human waves. Curiously enough, the beef bowl on Mai's tray remains intact. You'd make a great contortionist. Come to think about it, she absolutely could have taken this tray to the rooftop or anywhere else without issue. We finally find a corner spot and sit down. Watch Mai starting to dig into her food from the corner of my eye before chopping down on my bread as well. You know, I'm surprised you're so familiar with this place. Came here often during my first year. Oh, that explains it. Of course Mai would be more familiar with the cafeteria than a new transfer student like me. Oh my gosh. Considering her habits, however, it still comes as a surprise to me that there was a time when she regularly came here. The light suddenly dawns on me. That means, when you weren't friends with Sayuri yet? Mai is busy chewing her food that she nods wordlessly. I tried to imagine how Mai and Sayuri could have gotten to know each other. It feels wrong to think about a time when they were still strangers. It was when I was dealing with this dog, like the other day. Mai's been doing what she did the other day since her first year at the school. I bet the memory of that event is still fresh in everyone's mind. And? You had food to give it at the time? She silently lifts her head, holding her chopsticks up to eye level. Your hand? She nods. Whoa, you really are a fool. But I can totally see her doing something so recklessly. I can see her offering her fist to the dog for it to sink its fangs into. And Sayuri must have been in the crowd that had gathered to watch. If you don't mind, you can give it Sayuri's lunch instead of your fist. Sayuri probably noticed Mai's kindness from that one event and chose to stay by your side after that. The other day, after Mai defeated the stray dog, Sayuri quickly ran over with her lunchbox, so it was like a repeat of the event that started their friendship. Back then, Mai probably said this to Sayuri while her fist was still dripping with blood. I'll treat you to lunch in return. That beef bowl was the first meal you ever had with Sayuri, right? She nods. Or maybe you got Sayuri a beef bowl without actually asking, just like just now. She nods. I'm starting to understand. Munch munch. If I become friends with them during the time as well, I bet I'd be having a much more enjoyable time in school. That thought frustrated me a little. I'm envious that these two great people met and got to enjoy each other's company for more than 2 years without me in the picture. I stand up impulsively. Where are you going? I'm getting a beef bowl too. Told you. It's not what you think, Mai. If you and Sayuri had eaten another dish back then, that's what I'd wanting to eat now. I guess I should take my classes more seriously, as boring as they can be. Won't be long before school's out for the day. As I'm taking notes, my mechanical pencil lead breaks. I look around in my pencil case and can't find any spares. Oh well, I'll just get one from Kitagawa. Hey, do you have a pencil lead? Yes. Care to spare me one? If you turn around 3 times and bark. Keep your pencil lead. End up taking 0 notes. What am I doing? Ha 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 ha. After school, I make my way to the courtyard alone, driven by my frustrations. I begin my solo club activity. Swing, swing! Simply swinging my wooden sword without thinking. That's all you can do in this club. Swing, swing! Will practicing sword swings during my free time like this really make me stronger? There's going to be an actual battle today as well. Hesitation is even less helpful at this point of time. It just makes me feel upset. Swing, swing! Can't there be another stray dog or something? That might at least help me see how battle-worthy I am. Swing, swing! Swing! Hear the sound of wind, but not from my wooden sword. Huh? Thunk! Something smashes into my face with ferocity as I fall backwards onto my butt. Ouch! What the heck? Look and see a metal bucket rolling around next to me. You can't even evade a frontal attack? It's Mai, and she's looming over me. Mai! Which means you'll stand no chance against an attack from above. Huh? Ka-thunk! My head gets hit this time. Now there's a large basin rolling around next to the bucket. Watch out! That's too late. You saw me getting hit just now. It was so loud too. I blacked out for a moment there, you know? It really hurt. I wouldn't have thrown the basin if you had been hit the first time. I accidentally threw both at the same time. Urgh, you're abusing your dexterity. I walks over and picks up the bucket and basin. She makes to leave. Hey, wait. What? She turns around, the bucket and basin each wedged under one arm. What are you doing? What are you here for? You were carrying those things around all this time? Maybe. Need a better answer than maybe after being hit by those things. Doggy. She repositions the bucket and basin to her front. Huh? Woof. I blink at her astonishment, and she takes this opportunity to head back to the school building. Oh wait, I get it. I tap my palm with my fist. She's substituting it for the stray dog I was hoping would show up. Then again, she showed up immediately after I said it out loud. As always, my actions are difficult to understand. Decide not to think too deeply about it and restart my sword practice. The sun sets earlier in winter, so the sky is already dark. I've been practicing so much that my arms are complaining. When the chime indicating the end of school rings, I make my way home. After finishing dinner, I return to my room to rest. Then I leave the house at the usual time. Hey! A wooden sword is with me tonight as well. Why doesn't bother saying anything about it anymore? After eating some bland food together, we stand with our backs to each other. Although the monster appeared rather quickly last night, it's more often than not a test of endurance. We simply wait patiently until they decide to show up. So hey Mai. What? Want to play word chain? Pick a topic and start. I meant it as a joke, but Mai decides to play along. Maybe she's good with word chains. Let's go with fruits then. Apple, endives. It's not a fruit. I thought I could feel a gust of wind blowing through the hallway. Maybe that's just how shockingly bad her comedic timing is. One more time. I ask for a rematch. Mammals then. Cat, tiger, rabbit, tapir, rhinoceros, spider, scorpion. That's still not a mammal. I thought I could feel a gust of wind blowing through the hallway. Maybe that's just how shockingly bad her comedic timing is. That's enough games. Yeah, I'm not about to continue after that. Crack. Even I sense its presence. It's here. Mai pushes me out of the way to stand in front of it. Now a real gust of wind is blowing. It's the aura emanating from the monster. Moving without thinking, like last night, would be a recipe for disaster. I grip my wooden sword and take a few steps back. Mai does the opposite. She charges forward. But then I sense a similar presence behind me and grow pale. When did it move over there? No, wait. Even now Mai is engaging with the enemy right in front of me, which means I didn't know two could appear at once. I didn't know either. Mai notices the situation and stops what she's doing. There are two monsters in the same place at the same time. We always knew there were more than one. It's actually kind of amazing they never did this earlier. I guess they're starting to get serious now that we've taken one of them out. Or maybe it's because there are now two unarmed humans challenging them? Two armed humans challenging them. Whatever the case, we have to take their new battle tactics into consideration from now on. Mai and I jump back together. Run, Yuichi. Don't be ridiculous. And also, how am I supposed to run where we're being surrounded like this? You're fighting? Damn right I am. Give me a second. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Mai starts counting down. 0. With that as a signal, we both lunge toward the enemies in front of us. Cling! I can tell my attack hits something, but it's not nearly powerful enough to send it reeling. There's no way I can defeat the monster like this. Clang, clang! So I keep lashing out. Whoosh! On the third hit, I flail and slash through the empty air. It moved. Go right, go left. I'm gonna say the right way because the right way is right. Okay, guys? To the right! I swing my sword in that direction. Whump. Causes me to hit something with tremendous impact, and I find myself pushed up against a wall. The hilt of the wooden sword is stuck in a spot on the wall. I can't get it free. The monster has pushed it into the wall at a perpendicular angle with great force. It's coming for me. Bleh. Heavy blows to my chest cause my bile to rise and I throw up. It's bitter. Abandoning my weapon, I collapse to the floor. Probably not the right answer then, huh? I have no strength left to resist, so simply crawl on the ground in a miserable attempt to get as far away as possible. Whoosh! The presence moves ahead of me as if mocking my action. I tense up for what's to come. It's about all I can do right now. But before the monster can move, I feel a hand on my back. You held out well. I hear a voice in my ear. Immediately after, swing! I cuts right through that murky presence in front of me. The air loses its balance like a tower of blocks that's been knocked over from the middle. I takes another step forward. Whoosh! However, she misses the target. I spit out a mixture of bile and saliva and heaved a huge sigh of relief. She saved me. You okay? Yeah, didn't break any bones. I can still move. I see. So what's the damage? Both are now injured. Wow, that's a good result. Honestly, with how skillful Mai is, it's probably more convenient for her that she can settle more monsters at one go. As for me, I'm starting to suspect that I may not make it out of the next battle alive. I'm good at battling, guys. I'm the best monster wrangler out there. I wake up, get out of bed, and stretch as always. A quick glance at the clock sends a jolt of surprise through me. It's already so late. I quickly change into my uniform, eat breakfast, and leave the house. Because I left the house a little later than usual, it takes me running for a while before I catch sight of Mai and Sayuri from behind. Sayuri looks quite well to me despite her early departure yesterday. Mai turns around and catches my eye. She immediately looks away, but Sayuri turns around as well and notices me. She smiles and waves while slowing down. I don't know what they were talking about, but Sayuri nudges Mai's side with an elbow. In the meantime, I manage to catch up to them. Good morning, Yuichi! Sayuri greets me the first time. Good morning, you two. Morning, Yuichi. I returns my greeting. We start walking at our normal speed. You're all better already, Sayuri? Yes, sorry to worry you. Sayuri is doing great now, thanks for asking. That's great to hear. Sayuri is sorry about not joining you for lunch yesterday, but hopefully you enjoyed the lunchbox that Sayuri left behind together. Huh? Didn't eat it together? No, we did, but... Aha, of course you did. But not the lunchbox you made. Huh? That means... Sayuri and I turned wordlessly to look at Maya at the same time. I gave it to a dog. What? And you didn't think to tell me? Why? Ha, another dog? My reaction is completely different from Sayuri's. I'm exasperated that she didn't tell me she gave the lunchbox to a dog. But Sayuri is tickled by the picture of Maya and yet another dog. It was sniffing around the courtyard. Oh, if only Sayuri had been there to see it. I think my reaction is the more natural one here, though. Who would laugh so happily at the fact that the lunch they made got given to a dog? Her reaction would seem bizarre to an onlooker for sure. But since I know the reason behind her laughter, it just drives home the point that they're truly friends. I'm still a ways off from being able to laugh together in the same way. Bye for now. Yeah. I finally feel like I'm getting used to the classes. It's important to be able to discern with which teachers you have to put on a serious face for. This teacher isn't one of those, so I'll just daydream this class away. Daydream. And this part will be on the test. Remember this, if nothing else. Heck, I wasn't listening. I'll copy Nayuki's notes later. Do you ever daydream in class, Mafia? I always daydreamed in class. Probably not the best idea in the world, but... I couldn't help it. Stand. Bow. All of the morning classes are over. I bolt out of the classroom before everyone finishes bowing. It's so that I can run to the cafeteria. The cafeteria became a battlefield at lunch. I can't pick and choose at leisure. I randomly select whenever I can get my hands on for lunch and turn around to head for the rooftop. Arg! I run up without stopping, and I am completely out of breath by the time I reach the top. Oh my, what's the rush? Try to do something about my lack of exercise. Did you really have to do it just before lunch? It'll only make me hungrier, and then I can eat more of the food you made. I sit down at my usual spot. Please don't stand on ceremony. Eat as much as you like. You too, Mai. Lunch boxes are not in their usual colors. Mai probably hasn't had the chance to return the boxes she took from Sayuri yet. The sumptuous content, however, remains the same. Yum! Cafeteria food has nothing on your lunches, Sayuri. I put one of those side dishes into my mouth. You think so? Thank you very much. Sayuri likes the cafeteria food, though. It's delicious. Like the beef bowl? Yes, like the beef bowl. Didn't think it as good as she says it is, but I suppose nostalgia is a great spice. I had lunch at the cafeteria together yesterday. What does it feel like you've gotten the jump on Sayuri? In that case, I stopped myself from making the suggestion to go there together next time. Just thinking about how Sayuri's tendency to be bossy may turn out in a crowded cafeteria makes my hair stand on end. Recall that time when she came to my class to fetch me. I'm sure I'd want to run and hide from the sheer discomfort. In that case, let's ask Mai to carry the beef bowls up there. I blame my thought process for blurting that out instead. Very well. Mai stands up all of a sudden. No, not right now. And don't take it seriously. She really intends to carry 3 beef bowls up here. Mai turns a deaf ear to my attempt to stop her and leaps down the stairs 3 steps at a time. She's gone. What do we do now? And thus our lunch becomes an extravagant lineup of Sayuri's lunch boxes, my bread, and cafeteria beef bowls. Can we even finish all this? This almost looks like the scene of an eating competition. Ready? Start! It's really not funny. Mai holds a hand out to me. What is it? You want the beef bowl? Money. That's true. Sayuri and I pay Mai back for the food that she bought for us. Now we each have our own beef bowl. Let's eat! Sayuri puts her lunchbox in front while she's holding the beef bowl in one hand. So the box is the main and the beef bowl is the side? Mai's already inhaling her beef bowl. I'm getting a heartburn just looking at the meat, but I collect myself and start eating my bread with some beef bowl on the side. Urgh! Bread and beef bowl do not go well together at all. I've been doubled over my chest since lunch. Are you going home yet, Yuichi? After school, Nayuki approaches me as I'm standing up with my bag. Nah, not yet. Oh, well, I was hoping you could go shopping with me. Ask your girlfriends. Sometimes you just need someone to go do some heavy lifting. So want me to carry your stuff? Sorry, but I'll take a rain check. I have no time to spare. What are you up to? Club activity. I didn't know you joined a club. Yeah, I'm the only member. What club? I'm not sure what the name is. There isn't even a name? That's ridiculous. Won't be able to get a teacher or advisor to endorse it. Nah, I think we already have an advisor of sorts. A difficult advisor to understand, but still. This seems beyond me, but as long as you're working hard at it, I guess. I'm going on ahead then. Yeah, see you tomorrow. As if we won't meet at home anyway. Miyuki smiles while saying that and leaves the classroom soon after. I think she's worried about me in her own way. My strange behavior has been getting more conspicuous lately. I'll leave the classroom as well. Swing, swing! Making practice swings is the only thing I can do. As usual, I suppose it's better than nothing. Swing, swing! Mai's probably watching me from somewhere again. I wish a wild boar would show up, then I can get some real combat training in. Swing, swing! I think she's not here today. Swing! No wait, I hear a slashing sound. I'm in front. I take one step in and swing my wooden sword straight down. Swing! Clang! It hits something. Immediately after, boom! A giant explosion. What the? My entire vision is covered in white. Arg, what on earth is this? I'm so surprised that I fall backwards onto my butt. Mai appears from behind with the white smoke that is slowly dissipating in the wind. Fire extinguisher. No wonder there was an explosion. Was it school property? It was on the floor. Where? In the hallway. Because it's a standard fixture of the school. You may be right. You should have realized that before taking it away. Ugh, she's done it again. The metallic remains of the extinguisher lay at our feet. Look at Mai, who stares back coldly at me, as if asking me to take the fall. It's my fault now? You made it explode. I would have been injured if I hadn't. You should have just dodged it. Yeah, but I was practicing with my sword. It's only to be expected that I'd use it to hit something flying my way, right? All the more so. Huh? I picks up what remains of the extinguisher. Piggy. Moo. That's a cow. She turns her back to me and walks into the school building. We've been together for so long that I still don't understand her. I practice a little while longer after that, then hide the wooden sword, then leave the courtyard. I walk along with the rest of the students who have just finished club activities toward the entrance. Except there's a female student who's running this way against the flow of humans. It's Yuichi! It's Sayuri. She stops in surprise upon seeing my face. Sure is. What's up? Have you seen Mai? We were just together a little while ago. Ah, Sayuri knew it. You knew it? Lately there's been rumors of a girl walking around after school with buckets and basins and fire extinguishers. Sayuri wondered if it was Mai. She's right. But I should keep that fact from her for now. If Sayuri joins our sword training sessions, I wouldn't be surprised if she shows up at night as well. I can't drag her into danger for something she's not involved in. I'm not sure if it's Mai, but only Mai would do something so strange. I can't deny that. Anyway, Sayuri will keep looking for her. She hurries away. That means she was carrying the fire extinguisher around in the open, huh? That's just suspicious. I'm simply astonished that Mai had managed to gain yet another rumor. Ooh, very nice sight here. It's been a while since I've dropped by the shopping district on the way home. I've been training far too hard lately. I need a break. The cityscape is covered in a dazzling orange. A gloomy atmosphere surrounds what is supposed to be a lively shopping district. Suddenly look up at the sky. Red clouds, red sky, and a red world. Yuichi! I turn my attention to the voice calling out to me. Oh, hi. I haven't seen you in a while. Yuichi! Once again, the red-stained girl calls my name. Oh, is that you, Ayu? It's been a while. How are you doing? Yuichi, wings dyed orange, swaying weakly. I found what I was looking for. Contrary to her words, she's murmuring sadly. Isn't that a good thing? Yeah. It's something important, right? Yeah. It's important. Very important. Well, I'm glad you found it, Ayu. A shadow of a red cloud is flowing over the ground. I found what I was looking for, so I don't think I'll be coming around here anymore. So, won't be able to see you much anymore, Yuichi. Are you sure? I no longer have a reason to be here anymore. In that case, next time I'll go visit you wherever you are. Yuichi, you came here on foot, so it can't be that far, right? I can meet you so much that you'll be sick of me. Yeah. Ayu's small body is dyed red. I should be going. The sunset is in the background. Bye-bye, Yuichi. I can't even move from that spot until I no longer see Ayu's back. Bye, Ayu. Take care. When I reach home, the sun had set completely. I only have a few hours to calm my nerves at home. The more energy I can conserve for the upcoming battle, the better. After a leisurely dinner, I lounge about it in the living room. The TV is on, but I'm not paying attention. Soon the clock indicates that the usual time has come. I quietly return to my room, take what I need, and head to school. This is my third night participating in combat. During this time, you defeated one monster and injured two. Not bad at all. Ready-made food isn't exactly motivating, so I bought some bananas for an after-meal dessert. Now we can do the monkey properly. I hope you like bananas. I don't dislike them. Great, they're very nutritious, we'll become stronger. I pluck one banana from the bunch, a silly thought enters my mind. A scene that often appeared in comic books. Hey Mai, can you cut this in midair? Like down to bite sizes, then you can catch with your hands after? Mai nods and prepares her sword. She's going to do it. Here goes. I toss the banana toward Mai. She turns to face it and takes a step forward. Her blade glints. Slice! Her first slash hits the banana squarely, which then falls to the floor and... splat. It's squished. Don't play with your food, Yuichi. Speak for yourself. But you told me to do it. I didn't think your sword was so dull. I was surprised too. Are you sure you should be doing a battle with a sword that can't even slice through a banana? It still deals damage. So bludgeoning with a blunt weapon is enough to deal mortal damage, huh? Starting to be afraid of Mai's physical strength. Where are the muscles powering that strength in those soft-looking arms of hers? Or maybe you don't need as much strength as it seems to defeat those monsters. It's true that any weapon would be the same then, in that sense. Here, have another. I peel another banana and handed it to Mai. I accepts it with silently and bites into it. After peeling and eating my own as well, I take my position behind Mai. This is our battle formation. Munch munch. Munch munch, gulp. Having finished eating her banana, Mai tosses the peel onto the floor. Mai, what? Don't slip on the peel you threw on the floor. That was dangerous. Mai walks over to the peel and picks it up. She turns and makes to toss the peel over me, not that I'd know what to do with it either. Her gaze shifts from my face to something behind me. She quickly draws her sword and spins the handle around it in her hand. Looks like it is here. I move to turn around, but Mai holds a hand out to stop me. Is she trying to tell me not to go because there's only one? She slowly walks past me from the side. Then she goes forward a bit and swings her sword down at something. Swoosh! She fails to make contact. I was just standing there. Did the monster run away? No, wait. The heaviness in the air tells me it's still hiding somewhere. Move, Mai, what's wrong? Mai jumps to the side. She dodges the enemy's attack. This time she uses her sword as a shield to parry 2 to 3 incoming attacks. The force of it sends Mai's hair flying. She thrusts her sword out in the opposite direction. Clang! When she feels her sword hitting something, she pulls it back, rotating it, and shifts from thrusting to slashing. Slash! The slashing sword slices through the monster. Mai lowers her sword, indicating that the monster is gone. You killed it? No. That attack just now didn't do it? But it's barely alive. Right, it was already injured in the first place. Easy peasy, huh? You handled it so well that I didn't even get to do anything. Combat can be scary, but not having anything to do is kind of boring as well. What were you looking at? Huh? Her expression tells me she's a little exasperated. I don't know what she means. You're going to blow up another fire extinguisher. Not even that clues me in on what's going on. However, Mai doesn't explain herself or say anything else. She simply takes out the banana peel from her pocket and tosses it over to me. After going our separate ways from the school, I walk home along deserted streets. That's only to be expected since it's already late at night. Once I reach home, I take a bath, so that I can refresh myself and warm up my icy cold body. I dry my wet hair afterwards and return to my room, throwing myself onto my bed. Then to rest up for tomorrow. I fall fast asleep before long. January 27th. I hear the sounds of birds chirping. It's going to be another chilly morning. I head to the kitchen and have some toast and hot coffee for breakfast. I don't see my family members or anything. They don't matter anymore. After using the washroom, I look in the mirror to see I've been graced with my usual bedhead. Doesn't stay down despite my countless attempts to fix it. When I finally get it under control, it's already time to leave. Walk briskly until... Oops! I bump into Mai and Sayuri as I turn a corner. Good morning! Mai and I both stop walking, each wanting to give away to the other. She seems to realize that if she keeps walking, she'll end up walking next to me. After all, our usual formation is Mai walking ahead and Sayuri and I chasing after her. I see her hesitation and deliberately try to match her movements. Sayuri looks at Mai and me. Are we stopping here? We'll be late for school. What, is it that late already? Well, if we keep staying in this spot... Mai takes this chance to start walking. Walk in front of her so that she doesn't pull ahead. Bam! We collided into each other with great force, our heads bumping. Yuichi, you hurt me. I could say the same thing back to you. Ouch! What are you two doing? Mai recovers faster than me and is already walking away. Damn it, it always ends up like this. Good morning, Yuichi. Sayuri greets me again and I'm clicking my tongue. Morning. You ignored Sayuri's greeting just now. Sayuri is hurt. I stare at Sayuri in surprise. She laughs. I was shocked because I thought you hated me now. Please do not worry. Sayuri will always like Yuichi. It's kind of embarrassing to hear an open declaration like that. So what did you mean by it always ends up like this? Oh, you heard that? Yes, indeed. What was it about? It's nothing really. Please explain it to Sayuri. In a departure from her usual self, she puffs her chest up, crying, trying to look important. As always walking by herself, right? That's what I meant. Indeed, Mai is just very shy. Nothing to do with shyness, that's just her nature. Oh, but she only started being like that recently. Did she? As far as I remember, walking ahead has always been her style. Am I remembering wrong? Or does Sayuri think we've been walking to school together for a long time? Truth is, I've only been walking to school together with them for 10 days, but even I feel like we've been doing this forever, so I wouldn't blame her for having that misunderstanding. Notice that Sayuri is starting to walk quickly after Mai. Sayuri! She turns around at my call and smiles at me. Leave it to Sayuri. I have a bad feeling about this. As I had expected, when Sayuri catches up with Mai, she reaches out for her ponytail and grabs hold of it. She then pulls on it like pulling on a dog's leash to get Mai to stop. Mai starts to slow down and the distance between us gets closer. Before long, I find myself walking side by side with Mai, just as Sayuri had intended. Hey. Upon hearing my voice, Mai increases the length of her stride in an attempt to pull away. Wah! Sayuri is pulled along as well. Sayuri's plan has ended in dismal failure. Goodbye then. Yeah. See you at lunch, Mai. She nods. Why are classes so boring? Why can't we have a complete unreal plot twist that blows up everyone's minds for a change? That would be way more fun and tiring. I dash to the cafeteria the moment the bell signaling the end of the 4th period chimes. The battle for bread is already in full swing. Aren't these people really attending their classes? Thankfully, there's not a lot of them. I managed to buy what I want. After that, my feet naturally take me to my next destination. Heya! I walk up to the staircase landing on the top floor. Konnichiwa. Good morning! I sit down with them after Sayuri's cheerful greeting. As I chew on my bread, I recall something. Sayuri, have you been playing Word Chain with Mai? Yes, we often do. Oh, I see. You love that game, right, Mai? Mai nods in agreement to Sayuri's question. But you're also really bad at it. I know, right? She gets her categories wrong at all the time and ends the game faster than usual. That's so like her. Now that I think about it, I can't help but wonder what Mai and Sayuri usually do when they're together. For Mai and myself, we're either eating or dealing with the monsters in school. We don't do fun things together. But she's been friends with Sayuri for 3 years. Surely they don't always hang out with a specific purpose in mind like me. The more I think about it, the more intrigued I become. It can't be that they're just playing word games all the time, right? Do you go to each other's houses to hang out sometimes? Yes, we often hang out at Sayuri's house. Doing what? Mai always disappears whenever Sayuri takes her eyes off her. Huh? So most of the time Sayuri is looking for her. What sort of hangout is that? I look at Mai as I ask. Sayuri's house is big. It can't be so big that you're always getting lost in it. Lots of interesting decorations. And you stare so long and hard at them and Sayuri ends up leaving you behind? Maybe. That's so, Mai. It's because you tend to wander away. Remember the other day when you fell asleep in a large chair in my father's study? Father was so surprised. That was because it was so comfortable. That's not a good excuse. It's already your fault for entering a room without invitation anyway. Fine. I won't go to Sayuri's house anymore. Sayuri's not angry or anything, Mai. It's fun, like we're playing hide and seek. Keep hiding. Hide and seek? Yes, hide and seek. Hide and seek. I'll even give you Father's chair if you like it so much. I don't want it. Do try not to enter my father's study without permission, though. Okay, I won't. Of course, it's Sayori who manages to placate Mai in a bad mood. Her natural friendliness allows her to appease Mai and caution her at the same time successfully. Looking at them now, it seems impossible that they'll ever have a falling out. Goodbye! Yeah. Lunches end and we part ways. Back to my boring lessons, except it's actually quite fun this particular time, because the teacher's talking about something not in the textbook. That said, I'm still going to have to cram for the exams. I'll just enjoy the present. Exams. The bell rings to indicate the end of the day's classes. I stretch the drowsiness out of my body and head to the courtyard. Alright guys, I think I'll call it here with this swinging motion. I hope the stream went well. I hope the music was good and not, not good. Hopefully you all had a good time. Hopefully the music was good for you too as well. I'm gonna take off these headphones now and remember how life sounded before. But yep, take care guys. Love you all. Have a great day. And I'll see all of you tonight for some more Alpha Dia. Good night, Angel Love. Or see you, not tonight. Not good night. Goodbye until we meet again. Bye-bye!